see if it switch settings. Oh, because it's picking up right here. How about now? Can y'all hear us now? Can y'all hear us now?
I think so.
Nah, because I can't hear it on the TV. Y'all done messed up. Y'all done messed up. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think we good, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to figure this out. We still new to this, man, so just bear with us. I appreciate y'all still being here. Let's see if it works. Alright, we good. Dang, man. Let's redo that, man. I'm so sorry, bro. So sorry. But don't worry about nothing. What's the deal, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Unstable Podcast. This is episode 17, and I'm your host, Vaughn. Today, I'm back here again with a few special guests. Y'all know these names. Shout out to my boy, JustYourAverageJoePodcast, and shout out to TonyTone. We got two new special guests in the building. I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves before we get straight to it. Get it.
How's everybody doing? My name is Junior, also known as JuniorDaSamurai. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JuniorDaSamurai. And on Twitch and YouTube as JuniorDaSamurai. You know what I'm saying? Just a average kid from Florida with a dream. Huh? You say average?
You ain't average.
Oh, yeah. You know, just to name a few things. You know, top 5%. Just graduated high school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That boy's a knight.
UCF. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, you see the jacket?
Yeah,
you see the jacket?
That boy crispy though.
Congrats, my boy.
Lie, bro. That just made me feel super old, cause bro, I know you for like 5 years now. I met you when you was 13, bro. And like that is so crazy to see you grow and like see you go off to college now, bro. That's a big accomplishment, bro. And I'm proud of you for real, bro.
Thank you.
Live it up for real, man. Live it up, dog.
Thank you.
For sure, man. That's crazy.
I'm gonna pass this mic on to my wonderful brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's good, everybody? It's D Reid. You can find me on Instagram at D Reid. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at ReidTheRoom. That is REID, the room. You know, got some content out there that you'll enjoy. So let's get this started.
Okay, man. While y'all getting up in here, don't forget to like this video. Get us up to 10,000, man. Run this video up. Get us up to 10,000. We already at 9,000 people in here right now. This is crazy, man. We running it up. So make sure y'all get us to 10,000 likes. Don't forget to like this video. And without further ado, man, how y'all week been, bro?
Long, bro.
Well, it's been a week.
Listen, brother.
So which one of us gonna tell it?
It's been one of those weeks, dog.
Listen, like, so, as you know, I'm visiting back home, you know what I'm saying? But, like, since I've been visiting back home, it's been, like, busy, bro. Like, even today alone, like, I have, like, visited my godmom, my mom's longtime friend, and my grandpa all in one day before I got here, bro. Like, it's been just crazy. And I woke up in a whole different city.
So it's just a D Reid world tour on some shit.
Bro, crazy, bro. It's insane.
That boy always on the road.
Overall, I'm grateful for the experience because, if you're busy, you know what I mean? As long as I'm productive towards the right things, like, it's good. So, I can't complain. Gotta be grateful.
Nah, for sure. For me, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it was a rough week. It started off rough, but it ended off good. It ended off on a high note. I ain't gonna lie. It started off very rough. Just dealing with work, and just a lot of outside things that's controllable. But other than that, man, like I said, it ended off great. It ended off better. Tell them boys to talk closer to the mic. Dang, the volume's still low. I'm trying to figure it out, man.
Is it me? I'm good, or what's up?
Let me see. Let's hear it.
This on read?
How I sound now?
This on read?
Yo.
Okay, they said that's better. Alright, bet. How about you, Tony? How was your week?
Felt longer than it should have, man. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like 10 days went by, and it was only Wednesday or some shit. This was real But yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Thursday and Friday were pretty good. You know, every problem that I had from Monday through Wednesday got solved on Thursday, so that's a good thing. You know,
That's real.
God's real.
JR? About the same, you know, like, you know, I just came back today from orientation at UCF. Was there from Monday. Came back today at around like 1. Came to visit some people. Came to visit godmother, grandfather. Beat this boy in Ludi. So you know, it's a lot of things. You want to say something about it? You want
Front Street.
What you want to talk about? What you
Front
wanna talk
Street.
about?
Sprayed you.
I let him win. Don't win fully. I let him win.
That boy couldn't roll one. Only one you needed, and guess what? Who got it? So talk about it.
Yeah.
I let him win. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what the people always say.
Wait, before we move on from that, while we on that, you just say you got back from orientation at UCF, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you feeling that you're, you know, with this transition going to college? Like, how are you feeling right now? Knowing that you're moving away from home, moving away from family and everything, like, how's that feeling for you right now?
You know, I'm getting used to it more and more as the days go by, but like in the early stages where I got accepted in November, didn't really have to worry about nothing, and then came time for me to actually do orientation and the pre-orientation stuff like that. It started coming to reality in the fact that I was leaving home and I was about to be 3 hours away from home. So it really was like reality hitting moment in my life. Like I could have said, hey, I'm good, you know, I'm gonna be great when I'm up there, but in reality, you know, it's like I'm scared because I'm moving away from a place I've been at for majority of my life. But over time, you know, especially coming back from this trip, I think that I'm good and getting better at the fact that I am leaving, because it's only a matter of time. I leave next week, so you know, I don't got the comfort of people who going in the fall where they have time to, you know, spend time more with family. Like I'm rushing in and out in a sense. Like next week I'm packed. So yeah, it's just, you know, getting there one step at a time in a sense.
Right. And are you still feeling like that nervousness or like, you know, that sense of fear?
Yeah, everybody gonna feel that sense of fear from here and there. I still feel it, but you know, you can't just live straight off of fear. You gotta tackle that fear in a sense.
Right. Nah, for sure. Like, the only reason I asked is because, you know, like, for me, I'm from Tampa. I'm originally from Tampa, and I moved down here when I was 19 years old. You know, same situation in a sense, like 3-4 hours away from home. I know at first, when I was about to head off, I was like super excited, just filled with joy. Like, oh yeah, I'm finally about to leave family. I'm about to be off on my own. I'm about to really experience college and everything. And then like when it started getting closer to the day, I'm like, dang, I'm really about to like leave home. I'm about to leave the nest. You know, I'm really about to be on my own. But thank God, you know, I had my best friend down here. Shout out Anthony. I had my best friend down here, so it still felt like home in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
And then shoot, like through him, you know, I met all of y'all. You know, it was an opportunity for me. I got an opportunity to meet all y'all. So, and y'all like family as well. You know, y'all took me in with open arms, and I appreciate every last one of y'all for that. Shout out, man. Shout out, man. Shout out. But nah, okay. So like I said, like let's stay on that real quick for a second. So we all went to college, or you know, some of us still going to college and college. Would you skip college for a trade job, making $70K a year?
No.
No.
Like, when it comes to college is mainly about the experience, in my opinion. Like, yes, you can get your degree. Yes, your degree is going to help you further in your career. But the experience that you get in college, like the amount of people that you're going to meet, the network that you create, and the avenues that you can explore, like, I feel like through college, like, that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, the statistics say like 1 in 14 people graduate college. So it's like, it's already a rare thing to go through that experience. So I wouldn't trade that experience, me personally. So my answer is nah.
And on top of that, you don't know who's going to be who. You meet a lot of people in college. You meet a lot of people in college that, like, you don't know who in 20 years, 30 years, they're the head of some $1 trillion, $1 billion thing that can add a couple $100,000 to your pocket. You know, that like college, you have to. If you have the opportunity to, and you know where you're gonna go, as far as what college like can do for you, you should go.
Nah, I definitely want to piggyback off that and, you know, just second that. If you have the opportunity to go to college, I definitely like highly recommend it, you know, because you meet just a bunch of people, you know, and just being off on your own, I feel like that kind of gives you like a sense of maturity and growth, because like now you gotta like really fend for yourself, like, you know, it's just you by yourself in a sense. Like you get your first job in college for real. Like I know some people who haven't worked until they got to college for real, you know. So some people get their first job and you experience like the real like intro to adulthood, you know. I remember some nights it was, shoot, I'm in the room eating pancakes and eggs for dinner, like trying to figure it out. Like, help me, like just trying to figure it out. Like calf closed by a certain time and you get hungry late night, you ain't got no more snacks, nothing. You just gotta figure something out. You go in the kitchen, you go back to what you know.
You had just rice for dinner at one point. Bro.
Oh, just rice.
Man, you laughing? That nigga ain't experienced shit yet, boy.
Nah, but I definitely say, you know, just take that leap. Take that leap and, you know, just lead the nest, man. Just lead the nest. And if you had the opportunity to go, I highly recommend it, man. Go.
Well, I ain't do what y'all boys did, you feel me? I ain't lead the nest. Went to private college, you feel me? Got my degree there. Started working. Get my second degree in IT at FIU. I ain't gonna lie. One thing I can say is it's a big difference between community college and going to a university, because you meet people that's open arms. Community college is like people older than you, younger than you. Like you never know what you will get. You feel me? Like it's a degree. You feel me? Everybody trying to get a degree and stuff like that. But like for me, like I ain't like y'all boys. You feel me? I ain't lead the nest. You feel me? I've been working, just working, dog. Like once I was able to work, it was, you feel me? Foot hit the ground. I've just been running from there. So I ain't get to experience that college life. You feel me? I met a lot of people through college. You feel me? Even Broward College, FIU. Shit, when I was hanging out at FAU, I met a lot of people, and I met, like, you feel me? And I don't regret none of it. But the more I was on a university campus, the more I realized how different it was. Cause y'all boys going to y'all dorm, I'm going back to the crib, so I ain't really get to experience what y'all boys went through. You feel me? So that's just my little 2 cents. You feel me? Like I realized that going to university and being able to live on campus, being away from home, it's a whole different lifestyle than just, yeah, I'm going to college, I'm going back to the crib. You feel me? Like, even at FIU, I was taking classes on camp, driving to camp, do my class, hang out a little bit. All right, bro, I got to drive back to the crib. You feel me? Instead of just going to like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to my dorm. All right, y'all boys, I'm gonna see y'all in the morning, whatever. Like, you feel me? Yeah. It's a whole different lifestyle that I realized, and I ain't gonna say I envy y'all, but it's like I realize it's like
it's a different perspective.
It's a whole nother perspective to life when it comes to college. You feel me?
100%.
For sure. You know, being that some of us got our degrees, you know, and some of us are still pursuing our degrees. When you guys have children of your own, are you gonna like force school on them, like force college on them? Or not even, let's not say force. Let's reword that. Are you gonna like stress like going to college, like the importance of going to college?
I'll speak on that right now, because right now I'm in that spot of transitioning into a different field since I'm about to graduate in December.
Congrats.
And appreciate it, bro. But I realize a lot of jobs are requiring at least a bachelor's. It don't matter what a bachelor's is, but they require at least a bachelor's. Like a lot of jobs now, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's because of AI, this, that, and third. Nah, bro. Like, if you look at a certain amount of jobs, like when you job searching, you realize they're requiring a degree, it's either a degree or you got at least 5 years of experience.
Anything that pays over the 70K, that's really what it is.
Yeah, anything that paid good money to survive on your own,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
you need a degree
100%.
or at least 5 years of experience.
There's no
Right,
between.
or certs.
Certifications.
Even even when you do have a degree, some jobs still require like certain licensing
Yeah.
and everything. So
And
it's
the
like
experience.
and the experience,
Yeah,
and
bro.
the experience.
Yeah,
You know,
especially an intern and sophomore year on some shit.
Bro,
yeah.
like they,
Yeah.
like entry level positions like 4 years. I'm like entry
Bro.
level 4 years, like
bro,
That shit ain't entry level.
Yeah.
That's not entry level, bro. That's not an entry level at
It's-
all,
bro.
bro.
the job market right now is so crazy, bro. It's so hard. Like I've never seen it this hard. But like you just said, like you know, you were saying you don't want to say AI, but I do think it has something to do with AI. You know?
Oh, for
A
sure.
lot of these jobs are being replaced with like machines and AI robots and everything. You know, to where like they don't need people for real. Like before pre-COVID, it wasn't this many work from home jobs.
Yeah,
At
You feel
all.
me?
for sure.
Now everything is just fully remote. You guys, you could do schooling online. You know, you can work from home. Everything you could do is at home or through AI. You know,
straight up.
like ChatGPT for instance. A lot of people use ChatGPT for work, emails, school, homework, whatever. You know, it's crazy, man.
Plus membership.
You feel me? It's like, even when you go to some restaurants, like I forgot what restaurant I was at, where they had like a robot serve us the food. You feel me?
Yeah.
Serve us the food, and I'm just like, dang, like it's soon we gonna be iRobot, full iRobot out here, man.
No, for
Full
real.
That's how
iRobot.
you know how to operate the shit, you don't.
So,
Yeah.
Simple as that.
So what I'll say about that is, I feel like as long as my kids have a plan, like if they have a plan where they're like, this is what I want to do, and they're gonna accomplish their goals, and they're gonna feel fulfilling, and they're gonna make the amount that they want to make, and they're gonna be like, hey, this is what I want to do, this is the amount I'm gonna make, and this is how I'm gonna, support myself. As long as I see that, it's not causing them no harm. Obviously, I'm gonna give my advice and my perspective, but if they have their plan set out for them, and they said, well, school isn't really my thing, then I'll be like, okay, because just because I went to school, I'm not gonna be like, okay, I went to school, so everybody gotta go to school. Great points, because every job is requiring a degree and some experience. But if they have a plan and they're like, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hold them accountable to it and make sure that they accomplish it.
Your son come home, pops. After I graduate, I want to be a rapper. I ain't going to school. I ain't going to lie.
I'm gonna be like, so okay, if we going off of that, I'm gonna be like, okay, have you been writing?
I'm giving him a
I'm gonna
that shit up.
be like, have you been writing? Like,
I'm gonna listen to the shit.
I'm gonna need to see the
I'm gonna go in the living room, turn on the speaker, play a song right now.
Yeah, that's what you real.
Play a song right now.
I'm gonna be like, how much songs do you make a day?
It doesn't matter how
You
much
know what I'm saying?
song.
Like,
Yeah, I'm
Play
gonna
your
give him a cool
best
6
song.
months. I'll be like, make me an album.
Play your best
trying to
song
be Kendrick
right
Lamar?
now.
if you want to be a creative on any spectrum, you gotta show me that you've been working on it. Like you feel me?
Hey man, make sure y'all like this video. Don't forget to like this video.
If y'all play your best song, if I tell my jet play their best song for me, and that be fool, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell
You gotta.
I'm gonna be like, you gonna do something?
Hold on. You gotta hit him. You gotta hit him with you a Kendrick Lamar or a Kodak type of guy.
Hold on, wait. Okay, so how do you tell your son that he trash?
I'm gonna tell you. I
How
ain't gonna lie. Look. Keep it real.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna be. Go ahead, my bad.
I keep it real with him. I keep it real with him. I'm gonna listen to the song through and through. I'm gonna listen to his best songs, top 3, top 5. I don't care how many songs. I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna be like, dang, dog, like, public hiring. You feel me? Like we gotta figure something else out. Like,
Tony, what you gonna say?
Like we gotta figure something else out. I'm not finna crush his dream.
Nah, fuck that shit, dog. If you but real shit, though, I'm gonna give my jet 6 months. 6 months to come up with a real project.
The mics is picking up. Everyone, I think the mics.
Yeah, my mic.
Do I need to put my mic down? Or is it?
This one on me. Or
How sound now? I think these mics. It's probably one of the stand mics.
Or it's probably when I lean in too close with this mic to that mic.
I think it was all laughing at once, so I think that's why it picked up.
Okay.
But keep going.
I'm giving Jit 6 months to come up with an album.
I ain't gonna lie.
Album?
6 months? No. Album crazy. EPs.
Huh?
How many
No. I will give I will pay
EP.
for the studio
If
time.
it's
No,
a
fuck that shit.
hold on. If
How
it's
many
an
songs?
EP, if it's an EP,
How many songs you want on the
12.
album? 12?
You're fucking crazy.
And I will pay for his studio time.
Hold on.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It might be 12 songs. I'm not listening to all 12.
Hold on.
I'm not listening to all 12.
Joe, this
You
gotta
gotta
be
listen
it.
to all 12.
You gotta listen to all 12.
Joe, this gotta be it. He gotta sit there for 6 months, make an EP
Yeah.
about the minimum 5 songs, max 8 songs.
Yeah.
If
12
it's
is
trash,
a lot, bro.
if it's trash, it's trash.
And I'll
You
pay
get
for
a
the studio
job.
time.
No, wait.
If not-
Hold on, how old the kid?
18.
They about to go to college.
Yeah, he 18.
So your
he
age.
18. So
your
my age.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
I'll pay for the stew time. I'll
Hold
pay
on.
for the stew time.
Hold on.
I'm giving the suit. See, I'm gonna hit you. I ain't giving
If you ain't coming up with nothing, nigga.
I ain't
Listen,
giving 6.
so I'll hook him up with the stew time. I'll hook him up. Shit, I'll give him Metro Boomin to do something with him. I don't
you
know.
gonna pay for Metro Boomin?
Yeah, Metro Boomin.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen.
Hold on, wait. You was right.
We gonna go
But
a couple
I need-
YouTube beats. Decent engineer, nigga.
Free for profit YouTube.
The fuck? This for me.
I need to hear some. I need to hear.
You gotta
16.
Nah,
But you gotta give him. You do gotta give him the studio time, right? 6 months. 8-song EP. If it's trash, it's trash. It's either you.
So how would you tell your son or daughter is trash?
I'll tell him straight up.
I'm gonna tell him. You
Your
think
shit
I'm not?
ass.
As your brother, you think I'm not gonna tell him straight up, bro?
But like how you? But you gotta develop that connection with your child though.
And the fucked up part
Okay.
about this.
Okay, hold on. But you said he 18. I don't have no build up.
So you just gonna be like he trash.
Bro, if he's 18, if he was like, listen, if it was like kid building up, like if he was like 15, saying, "Oh, I want to be a rapper," you know, you could say,
This is
"Alright."
life, my nigga.
Like you got.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think to say the least, you know, the simple way to tell him, bro, just listen, son. Go to school. Go to school. The rap thing.
Hold on. Wait. Is he on some like? Is he on some DD? Hold on. Is he on some DDD shit where he a valedictorian on some shit, or like he's smart?
Listen, son. Go to school. Go to school.
Smart nigga. He gonna have to go to school, bro.
It's other ways out here, man. It's other ways.
I was.
I'd rather my
Hey,
kid
y'all
try being
boys are
consummate.
Bro, because real shit though, like, and the fucked up part about this, the way I would do it was, I'm not gonna be the only judge. I'm gonna get a bunch of niggas his age. That's what the music catered to her.
That might be the ones who egging it on. Who like what? Okay, what if
I ain't getting his friends. I'm getting some niggas.
Let's rephrase the question. I'm gonna make it a little challenging.
Okay.
All right.
Your son come home and be like, "Hey, look, pop, I'm woo 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 woo." Like when you hear his first song, he in there talking crazy, real rap. Y'all going for it?
Oh no.
I'm gonna be like.
Wait, talking crazy.
Wait. What type of rap? What type?
I got a switch on the back of the gun.
Oh, so he on some baby kid shit. Get the fuck out my house.
He grew up with a plastic
your
spoon.
house?
You talking about he grew up with a plastic spoon and shit? Yeah.
Look,
nah.
I'm gonna be like,
He like T.I. son.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, brother, where did you do all of this? Cause I wasn't there.
It's like, sir, your TV has a bathroom.
You a Christian? Saying all
Your
this.
bathroom has a TV in it.
Cause you know it's crazy. If
What the
my
fuck?
son walk in like that, my son gonna be a Christian. You telling me?
Right?
Yeah, so you talking you exactly like you going
talking
to church,
like
That
that?
shit could be Lecrae.
You going to church and you talking about ARs, track hawks, Hellcats?
Yeah, nah. It's cool to want a Hellcat and a track hawk, but Gen 5? No.
Gen 5 crazy.
lie.
G5 with a switch is outrageous.
This nigga zooming across the screen.
This man crazy, bro. Watch the playback on this, bro. Watch the playback on this, man.
Snapping those.
Look how this man Joe just came across the screen, bro.
That euro ain't look good.
Boy, you getting swatted.
Alright, hold on, wait, hold up. Then let's flip the variable. If it's not a rapper, what if your son want to be a streamer?
I'll support it.
No, I'll definitely.
I'll support that because you could do something like, not saying you can't do nothing with rapping, but it just like I feel like sometimes with rapping you get like one hit wonders, you know, and it just falls off after that. When streaming, you could get a one hit wonder, but you can keep going and like grind. You can grind for it, and that could turn into something. You feel me?
No, what if your son a Deshae Frost type of guy?
That boy fool.
I I'm not in the business of speaking on other people personally.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the shit. I know who he is, but like I'm not too familiar with.
After I see like 20 to 30 like TikTok, some of this boy be musty. That boy, I ain't gonna lie.
I seen that on the little streamer university.
As I said, I'm not in the business of. I don't know. I'm not there. Like I haven't met him personally, so I ain't gonna.
Okay.
No, for the clips I've seen, the nigga funny, but I ain't.
He a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Okay, so look, before we move on from this whole streaming thing, it was a streamer who was at the BET Awards this past weekend who passed an artist. Didn't know who the artist was for real. He shook his hand. Don't get me wrong, he acknowledged him. Didn't know who he was. And the artist got hot. The artist got mad about it and pressed him. And that streamer was Cenat. For those of you who don't know, Cenat was hosting the BET Awards this past weekend and live streaming with Kevin Hart.
Damn, he was the host?
So Kevin Hart was the host, but he was like a co-host in a sense. Him and Drewski.
That's
And
crazy.
he was live streaming the whole thing from start to finish.
Shout out Kai. That nigga.
Shout out Kai. Kai running it up, man.
No,
Shout out Kai
for sure. He's been blowing up for sure.
As the stream is going on, you know, Kai's like backstage or whatever, and he passes. Him and Wale, they cross paths. As they cross paths, he dap Wale up, whatever. You know, he hop in his truck, and when he hops in his truck, the chat's just going crazy. Like, oh, that's Wale. Oh shoot, that's Wale. He's like, Wale, who is Wale? And then the driver like, oh, that's Wale. You don't know who Wale is? He like, nah, I don't know who that is. He like, Lotus Flower Bomb. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know that nigga. And he just kept going. Just kept talking. You know, once he got into the building or whatever, he sat down talking to Snoop Dogg and Wale compressing. And it's all on the mic and everything, still on the stream. He like, hey, no, I ain't gonna lie, like that's doing too much. I don't like how you just did that. Like you just disrespecting me. You know, that's doing too much. My question to y'all is, did Wale overact or was Cenat being disrespectful?
So I'll say that he definitely overreacted, and the reason that I'll say that is like you just gotta be grateful that you're actually
Who overreacted?
Wale.
Okay.
Yeah, Wale overreacted. So the reason that I say that is because he's not even appreciative that he's at the BET Awards. For you to be at the BET Awards, that means you're recognized on some scale. Yeah. So just because somebody doesn't know who you are, like I don't think you should let that get to your mental, because if you know the work that you put out to the world and you know what you're contributing and you're getting these awards and you're getting these recognitions and you're getting into these award shows that are very exclusive, I don't think you should make one person affect like how you view yourself. Be like, oh, I appreciate it. It's like, come on, my boy. Like,
yeah, why should you feel the way?
I think another thing too, though, it's like it's an age gap between there.
Straight
up.
You know?
Yeah.
When Wale was booming and everything, because Kai's only like 23, so when Wale was booming, he was like 8 or 9. You know, so he don't really know. He don't really, you can't really blame him for that. Because what if his parents wasn't playing Wale around him, or or whatever, like the people he was around, like what if he didn't grow up being a fan of Wale? You can't be mad that he didn't recognize you, because like I was telling him before the stream started, it's people who our parents probably know, like Slick Rick, for example.
Like LL Cool J, nigga.
Yeah. We see one of them walking down the street, we'll probably just keep walking.
Right.
And I say that, like, or if we was with like an older, somebody older than us or whatever, or our parents, they would be like, oh, that's Slick Rick, or that's LL Cool J. We'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Keep going.
Yeah, just keep it pushing.
Just keep going. So I think it's just an age gap between there. I do think Wale did overreact, and I think he was doing too much. I think he was wrong for going to press him afterwards, because I mean,
it's not that deep.
That's kind of like a clout move in a sense. You see how fast it went on social media, booming and everything during the stream.
Now you
during the stream, during the awards, it's trending everywhere on social media. Now you're upset about it, so now you want to try to go viral again. When the last time we heard of Wale project?
Since nigga, 2000? No hands, nigga.
You feel me? Like
no hands.
JR, you the youngest in the room. Do you know who Wale is?
Nah.
Crazy. You feel me? Crazy. So it's like you can't
like G,
Not like that shit don't.
You feel me?
Like you've heard Wale without even knowing.
You can't fault Cenat for not knowing who Wale was.
Cenat being 23 is crazy though. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah.
That boy young.
He young. A lot of them boys young. But no, I think Wale definitely overreacted, and I do believe that was a clout move.
Yeah, as I say, I think he should have been more appreciative of the moment that he was in. I don't think he should have let that get to him.
Y'all being in Wale's shoes, would y'all have felt disrespected?
No.
I'd be like, damn. and just went on about my day.
Yeah, I'd have been like, because you gotta know who your target audience is too.
Yeah.
So like,
Wale's target audience, they all 35 and shit, bro. Like
if you was booming back then, like you know,
35 is crazy.
they not.
hey,
I'll go Wale fan back then.
I'm not 35.
You was a
I like Wale though.
Listen, if Wale was to drop a tape right now, I'm gonna listen to that bitch.
Oh no, I'm not listening.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Hey, Tony, you put this up. But no, I see what you're saying though. Like,
It's like you gotta think about it. When he was popping, that was when Waka Flocka was popping. That was when No Hands was the shit. The Lotus Flower Bomb and shit. That was when niggas was in high school.
Yeah.
So you know they 35 now.
Okay, who was like y'all when y'all was in high school and stuff? Like, who was y'all era like around that time? What artist was like trending around that time?
Uzi and fucking
famous Dex.
famous Dex.
Bro.
Jack, no way.
Look, Yanni and
Oh
shit.
man, God, bro, that was going crazy. That was going crazy.
2016
21.
Double XL.
Oh, 2016, 2017 had the best music. Summer 2016.
That SoundCloud era.
2017.
That SoundCloud era when everybody was coming out on SoundCloud. Yeah.
Bruh, 21 Savage was going up around that time. Kodak was dropping back to back. NBA Youngboy was going crazy.
That's when that Cypher came out. The 2016
Man,
Cypher.
who the pick this little sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, what? Up on the ugly corner. Man, come on, man. Y'all went crazy on that, man.
That was, bro. People was talking about that Cypher to this day. It's about to be 10 years next year.
Dang, it's about to be 10 years.
That came out in 20. It's 9 years right now.
Time is moving.
Damn. Yeah.
Time is moving. Talk to me.
I hit my 10-year anniversary next year.
For high school?
Yes.
2017?
2017.
Shout out 2017, man.
Yes, sir.
2017, man. That's the best graduated class, man. No doubt.
Yo, what's up, bitches? Nigga, 2019.
2019, I was in college.
I don't know about y'all. We made history, bro.
20. What year is this? 2020.
Best
Hey,
what we talking about?
Hey, we was here before the
The
pandemic,
door
niggas.
was
You know what I'm
back.
saying?
Stand on that.
Hold on. Hey, grown folks talking.
Hold on, did he just say the best class? You didn't even know no classes.
What history y'all made?
Y'all just graduated. Y'all need some.
Most
new
graduated
graduates.
Classes before you, bro.
Y'all
I
was
mean,
what?
across what? Your school or like across the
The
board?
nation.
The
Wait.
nation.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
The graduating class, it was a school in New Orleans. It was a high school in New Orleans. I don't know. I can't remember the school, but it was like during their graduation ceremony, they was over there getting it. But they dancing and stuff. They going crazy. They throwing up money. They doing all types of stuff. I'm like, dang. Imagine doing that in high school, but we ain't had it. It was a
We
little.
did not have that. We had to sit there and be proper.
Yeah.
So what?
We not throwing our hats in the air.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. They told us we couldn't. They said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
turn
no.
it to the left.
They told
Yeah.
us you throw your hat.
You're done. Yeah, you're not getting your diploma.
I ain't gonna
Ooh.
lie. No cap. They got to throw their hats. I was there. They got to throw their hats.
Jeez.
Yeah, somebody
And
got hit.
they
Somebody got hit. Somebody
Yeah,
had
that's
somebody
what
went to the
it
hospital that night, bro.
Yeah, see, they told us
With the
something
hat?
to do.
Yes, because somebody got hit in the hat with that eye.
With the corner of the hat. But they told us we
Are they
couldn't do that
okay?
because like you get hit in the eye.
Do you know if they're okay? Like the person who got hit in the
No,
eye?
yeah, they good. They good.
Okay.
They almost. They
Well,
almost.
I get hit in the eye, but I'm getting a chin. I'm gonna lay out.
You gonna sue?
Who you gonna sue?
You don't know. We're gonna pick up the hat. He gonna be like, "Oh, I remember that." Yeah.
I'm gonna lay out, bitch.
Hey man,
Ability.
hey man, my boy Reid. Make sure y'all go tap into ReidTheRoom, man. It's coming soon, man. Go on Instagram and TikTok, tap in, man. Go tap in with my boy. But my boy Reid just made a statement the other day about dental hygiene. You know, like make sure that you go to the dentist, man. Make sure you go to the dentist.
Hey, man.
You know, and with that being said, first and foremost, when was the last time y'all been to the dentist for like a cleaning and everything?
Shit, 2 months ago.
You know it's crazy. I am pulling up on my tongue.
Yeah, I say if I'm being 100% honest,
November for me.
yeah, November.
Oh wait, hold on. He said
That's past
Class-
6 months,
class
boy.
of 2025 had a 3.9 mil graduated across the country.
Hey, shout out to that.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out.
But I say November for real.
You got something to say, Joe?
That's
So
past,
I'm gonna get it done.
One mic. You said what?
I said November.
November.
that's past 6 months, boy.
Yeah, I went.
I'm going next month.
What's it?
You talking about dental hygiene?
I'm going next month.
I went February.
Nah, it's on it right now, June.
I'm going next month.
You a month behind.
I'm not gonna be able to go.
It's June 13th.
You said
I still got mine.
Hold up. I'm not gonna be able to
Months,
go.
nigga.
I'm not going to campus.
Huh?
I'm not gonna be able to go unless I
Was
go
it
to
post
campus.
Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving?
post Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to go unless I go on campus.
Yeah, that's trying to get me. Chill.
Okay. Look, second part of that question is, how often do you change a toothbrush?
I say. So if I'm being real, I say me personally 3 months.
3 months, yes. I say.
That's about.
What you said? I couldn't hear you in the mic, sir. What you said?
You said what? 3?
Nah, I'm pretty
Yeah, I said
bad.
3.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
about
bad with
3.
that.
About 3.
Yeah,
I say 3.
Yeah, like 5.
Joe, you
6.
very quiet over there.
Like 5, 6.
I was talking about
5-6 months?
No.
Yeah.
Hold up.
You change your toothbrush every 5-6 months?
Nah, Joe. Huh?
Hey,
2 months?
Went tough, ain't
Okay.
Because I leave my toothbrush.
You do what?
Hey, nah, my shit's
I leave my
still
toothbrush in the
man.
bathroom. I be feeling like,
Oh, you be feeling icky.
yeah, bro, that did.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to switch that shit so
Ever
quickly.
since I seen that video, that bitch
Up
said
until,
we
like,
supposed to
recently.
put a little
Yeah, like
powder
3
before
yeah,
it-
like 3 months is good.
I didn't even know that.
I put a little cap on it still.
No, yeah, I put the cap.
That
I
bitch
put the
long.
cap. Put the cap.
Okay, man.
I just switched that shit every dental visit, you know?
But as long as you got it done within the year, though.
Within a year is crazy.
What?
Like, no, not the toothbrush. Go to the dentist.
Oh,
yeah.
I was about to say, wow.
No, a year. I just said 3 months. Come on, cuz.
If you know what toothbrush is,
Once a year, toothbrush changes.
Once a year, toothbrush is the same.
your toothbrush ain't got no bristles on it.
Whoever that person is, listen. I'm looking at both cameras. Change your toothbrush, please.
Nah, real deal. Please change your toothbrush, man. Make sure you stay up to date with that. Make sure y'all
Get an electric
And make sure y'all floss too.
Get an electric
You
one.
gotta floss.
Nah,
man.
the
You gotta
electric
floss.
ones don't do the works that you need it
Floss,
to,
get
bro.
a tongue scraper, get a mouthwash.
That tongue scraper do wonders.
Hey,
Nah, do all of that, bro.
all
Hey,
that
look, I got a question for y'all, man. Let's get a little messy, man. Let's get a little messy.
messy.
A little messy, just a little messy, man. Just a little
Somebody trying to get at this.
just a little bit. Have y'all ever been in a toxic relationship?
Yes,
Were you the problem?
yes.
Let's talk about
I've been
Look
in a
like
toxic situation. Shit.
Wait, relationship? No, I was in a relationship, but definitely a little toxic, a situation. So.
I'm in a toxic situation.
I'm not gonna lie. That's when I realized, like, at that time in my life, my talk game was elite because I was wrong through and through, and I had no feeling like it was wrong. All in all.
You was a gaslighter.
Oh, for sure. That was before gaslighting was a thing.
He said that shit smooth as hell.
Oh, bro.
for sure.
Bruh, I took no blame for nothing. And I knew I was wrong. But I grew up.
You just said I ain't do it.
Nah, I guess.
I grew up out of that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm toxic. Well, I used to be toxic.
Hey, that nigga.
Oh,
Hey, that boy
I ain't toxic no more.
Watch
man.
your footing.
No more. Nah, I used to be toxic, man. And it ain't get me far. It ain't get me far, man. It ain't get me far. But the reason why I asked that question was, have y'all ever gave like advice to your homeboy, like, you know, hey, bro, that relationship toxic for you, like, I think you should lay off of it. You know, I think you should slide.
Oh, have
100%.
Oh,
Okay,
have
so everybody done that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so when do you stop giving advice to a friend in a toxic relationship?
When they don't listen after the second time.
Second.
I give you 2 times. I'm not giving you 3. There ain't no baseball player. There ain't no 3 strikes you out. You got 2.
It depends on the friend.
Nah.
I agree. I feel like it depends on the homie because
Yeah.
you got some homies who you just like, man, nah, bro, she really not good for you, bro. Like you just gotta stay on top of, bro. You gotta stay on top of me, because I ain't my boy. It's time to just get out of there and let that go. But at the end of the day, you can't control them and you can't choose who they want to be with.
That is true.
But you got some homies that you see niggas trying, you know? And that's with anything, not just relationships. Like, you give a nigga advice and you see him trying to change, or like, you know, life just fucking him.
I feel like a lot of it is situational too, because depending on the homie, it's depending on the situation, it's depending on the circumstance. It's a lot of
There's so
factors.
much factors
Yeah,
to it.
so you just gotta evaluate it all, and like you just gotta try your best, you know, to come from an unbiased point of view, because you know that is your homie, so you know you want the best for him, but you gotta look at both sides, see what he's doing, see what she's doing, or he, you know.
It's hard to
And
do,
then
though,
go from there, huh?
That's so hard to do.
It is. I'm saying
That's
it is, but you gotta try your best though, because you want to give the best authentic advice you can.
But at the end of the day, a homeboy will give you the information he can give you based off of what he interprets.
Really?
He won't be able to tell you how she feels. He won't be able to tell you, you feel me, like what she did. He will tell you, like, let's say he wanted to work out. He will tell you everything that will give you the little bit of information that will help you give advice to making it work out. You feel me? You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna use me for example. If I'm getting tried, I'm not gonna tell you how I'm getting tried. I'm gonna try and keep that side of me hidden.
So
I'm gonna tell you the good things to be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna want your advice based on the good things I told you. You feel me? I'm not gonna give you the advice on the real thing that's going on. That's why I say, like, it's based on what they tell you. Like, you feel me? Like, it's like, if I, like, me and you, we talk about everything, you feel me?
yeah.
So if I tell you something, I'm gonna tell you, like,
You gonna shape it the way that you want the advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna shape it the way where I know you'll agree. Like, what I tell you, I tell Vaughn something different. You feel me? So it's like, even Tony, I tell Tony something different. I tell y'all 3 different things, you feel me, based on the advice I want to hear that would cater to my wants. So it's kind of like, based on, like I said, based on what you're saying, it's kind of hard because, and like I said, you say as an example, if I want it to work, I'm gonna give you information to help me out instead of keeping it real. You feel me?
I feel like I differ in that sense because I feel like, you know, y'all could, you know, vouch. Like, when I tell y'all stuff, I tell y'all, like, I want y'all to let me know if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just let it know what I did. I let it know what, you know, the situation that's going on. And I be like, one thing that I always say personally, I be like, am I tripping? I'll be like, am I tripping? So, like, because I need to know, like, if I'm tripping for real, let me know I'm tripping. Let me know how I can improve.
So what draws the line, like, you know, like, where you just like, oh, nah, bro, you gotta get out of that relationship. Like, this is not for you. Like, you have
It's going against your morals.
Okay.
When it's affecting. Go ahead.
No, what you said?
I'm about to say also when it's affecting your future.
And what if the homies be like, man, nah, I don't.
Nah, what?
This the one I want to be with.
I'll be like, what?
Do you? I'm saying though, like, do you, like, what if your homie want to get into it with you because he want to stay with, like, you trying to tell him, I guess, the right thing, but he like, nah, like, this is.
He want to box me over?
Not even box. Not even box. Like, y'all get in an
argument.
In a heated argument, you feel me? Do you fall out with that homie and stop being cool with him?
No.
Or you know?
You gonna try helping them for the betterment.
Yeah, like, okay. So, if, for example, if you have a good relationship with somebody, right?
Right.
Like, you and that person are not the same person. So, there are going to be agreements. There are going to be disagreements. When a disagreement occurs, like, you got to understand that, yeah, you may be feeling, like, hot in the moment. You may be feeling heated or whatever like that. But you should never fall off with somebody unless it's, like, a certain level of disrespect. Now, disrespect, okay, like, you know, I don't tolerate disrespect personally. I don't want anybody that I love to tolerate disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if it's just like a heated argument and y'all just heated in the moment and it's like, all right, man, forget this. It's like, cool off and get back to it, because there's no way you're going to throw away that relationship over that one moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as I said before, unless it's a certain level of disrespect that occurs, then just cool off and go back to it.
This might be a little weird or a little crazy, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, for me to consider you like a real homie or a real friend, and I tell y'all this all the time. Like, I gotta at least have like some type of like moment with you, like where we at least either fall out, like we just I see it like we at odds or some shit. And the reason why I say that is because if we could bounce back from something like that and not, like, you know, never bring it up again or like never mention it, and we just like cool, we lock back in like nothing even happened. It's like, damn, okay, like I can see you like my real homie, my real friend, my brother. You feel me?
We ain't fall out though.
Nah, but I mean, you know, we had disagreements.
That boy said y'all had quarrels.
I ain't fall out with you.
Nah, like it don't gotta be like nothing too crazy, but it just gotta be like on some,
have different opinions on
You
something.
feel me? And like where it be like, oh no, like man, this nigga.
Used to
You
fall
feel
out,
me?
it'd be
Or
like,
or
yeah,
fell out with somebody.
or for instance, or like if you could check your brother, and y'all don't get y'all feelings about it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like okay, like damn, like you want to see it, you want to see better in me, just like I want it, vice versa. You know, I want to see better in you as well. You feel me? So, what you about to say though, bro?
I actually want to hear like his perspective on like kind of like the new gen on how they handle stuff. So go ahead. So like basically the question is like, no, just that's real. Yeah. So
Go ahead.
So like say like you know with your homeboys like have you ever seen them like fall out or anything like that?
Hey.
Nah, yeah, come put the mic. Yeah. Like have you ever seen them like fall out or over anything like that, or like what are the levels that you know it can get?
How do I say? Homies fall out.
Or have you ever like gotten to something heated with someone that you care about, and like how did you handle that?
All right, so
No
the way
names,
I know. So the way I handle a situation, if I got heated with somebody, knowing me, you know, I gotta temper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I get heated sometimes. So, and I learned from it. See, before I used to break stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now I walk away from the situation, take my time, break down the situation, and then go tackle it back.
Okay.
So, me and my homies know, we like, listen, if we ever get heated at each other, don't let that affect what we got going on. Because at the end of the day, we still cool with each other. Mm-hmm. So one situation shouldn't be the deciding factor of whether we still talk with each other, call each other, hang out with each other or not.
Okay, so I got a question for y'all too, man. Do y'all find it strange, or is it like, is it weird for y'all out there too, man? Is it weird to be closer with like some of your friends than like your siblings or family members?
Let me speak on that.
It's a little different for me because I'm the oldest. So a lot of people, and like I'm the oldest by like a long stretch. The closest that I have to me is 5 years younger than me. So like it was pretty normal for me to be closer to some of my friends than it would be to him because we're going through similar stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. For me, I'm closer to my friends than my siblings for sure. Like I call y'all brothers my brother. You feel me? Like I call a lot of people my brothers because it's like I trust y'all with anything. I could come to y'all about anything. My siblings, I got another younger brother and 3 older sisters I don't talk to, bro, at all. So it's like, for me personally, my friends are over my siblings, you feel me? Like that's just my little 2 cents on it, you feel me?
I'll say for me, so I got an older brother and I got 2 younger sisters. Like growing up, we locked in, you know, we tight. But it's like when I'm outside, you know, on the football field or, you know, in class or just hanging around, like we got different friend groups. So, you know, it's like some of my friends, like I done did more with than my siblings. You know, just cause like the age gap or whatever. Like my brother not just crazy older than me. Like he a year and a half, 2 years older than me. But like I said, growing up, we was like this. But you know, as we got older and stuff, we started being with our, you know, departing. You know, cause everybody just choose their own paths. And you hang with your friends. And you with your dogs every day. Like you see your family, your sibling every single day, of course. But it's like when you out with your friends, you know, y'all going to the arcades, or y'all, you know, if your brother or your sibling ain't around and they're not experiencing that same moment with you, like some of your friends you probably get in an altercation with, like with somebody, with other people. You feel me? It may be times like that, and with your sibling as well. But you know, I don't know. I was just thinking about that, man. What y'all think too, man? In the comment section below.
And one thing I will say, a lot of majority of my friends know more about me than my siblings for sure.
Exactly. You feel me? Like, so I'll say like some family members and relatives, you know, and even friends back home. I feel like they know me from when I was like, you know, youth years to teenage years, where it's like some friends, they know me from youth years all the way to my adult years, you know, like actually know me for real, you know, because I'm around them the most. I'm around them more than I am around my siblings. If that makes sense.
So what I'll say about that is like, well, with like my brother right here, like I feel like I have a good relationship with him. I'll say that I can relate to more things with my friends because, you know, we're in the same generation. We got a lot of similar experiences. But, like, you know, I still have that relationship with my brother, like, you know, with family terms. Like, there are things that we went through together. So, you know what I'm saying? So, for me personally, it's a kind of, like, mixed thing because, like, if we're using my brother as an example, I'd say my brother relatively knows me very well. But if we're comparing it to like other family members, like probably like my other siblings or cousins, then my friends definitely know me better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nah, I definitely agree with that.
JR?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off my brother's answer because it's the exact same thing. Like I'm very close with my brother, but when it comes to like my other siblings, it gotta go to my friends because more of my friends know about me more than my other siblings. And if it was just like my brother, if it was only my brother, it'd just be my brother because I ain't gonna lie, I'm going through the same things he went through when he was my age. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, real deal, man, real deal. Okay, man, I got a few more messy questions for y'all, man. If your friend falls out with someone, are you obligated to pick sides? Like somebody that y'all both cool with.
That's right.
Oh no, it depends on the situation. Cause realistically, I'll be like, man, y'all just squash this shit, man. Especially if we both friends, bro. I'm like, y'all just squash this shit. But damn.
So are you obligated to pick sides?
Define friend though.
So okay, let's say okay.
What's a defined friend?
I got a great example. Me and Lake.
What's that? Dang.
Me and Lay, shout out DJ Lay, man. Shout out my boy.
Hey, y'all book that boy.
Damn, bro. Me and
Lay, man.
Not gonna lie, me and Lay
All the DJ in
sandbox.
South Florida.
Me and Lay sandbox. I'm about to rock with him, bro.
Wait. Let's circle back. The question was, if your friend falls out with someone, are you obligated to pick sides?
Yeah.
So you obligated? So you feel like you're obligated to pick sides?
Oh, not obligated. Fuck.
You the middleman.
Well, I'm not obligated. I'm okay. I'm not picking anything. Whatever happened between y'all, happens between y'all. If I'm not
Okay, so
obligated,
like
cool.
you still gonna like rock with both parties?
Yeah, I rock with both parties.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna communicate with both. I'm gonna be like, listen, y'all got a problem. I don't got a problem with me. So y'all just gotta communicate to me what it is and what it ain't. Cause if this affect how I hang out with you and how I hang out with the other person, then y'all gotta talk. But if y'all don't want to talk, y'all gotta let me be.
G.
I ain't gonna tell you that straight up. I'm gonna be like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna hear both sides.
And I'm an asshole too.
One of y'all, I'm gonna be like, you fool, you not. You right, you're wrong. Straight like that.
And I'm gonna bring up shit while we together, cause I'm an asshole.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, like, y'all ain't squashed this yet, like,
Right.
you was wrong though, like, why you ain't say sorry?
Okay, so do real friends require loyalty, or is staying neutral like valid?
What do you mean?
Depends on the situation.
So for example, like how we were just saying, you know, do you have to choose sides if two of your closest friends fall out? Like, do you believe real friends require loyalty? Like, would you expect your other homie who's outside of the argument, you know, would you expect him to stay loyal to you and like be like, oh nah, cut him off too because I fell out with this person. You gotta stop communicating with this person too. You feel me?
Nah.
So you believe staying neutral is valid? Like,
Yeah.
he don't gotta be. He could be cool with both of us in a sense.
I'm not even gonna say neutral though, because it's like once you hear both sides of the story, you know what's right and what's wrong. You know who was wrong in the picture. You feel me? Like,
But I always say there's no such thing as a right or wrong. Like it all depends on like how you view it. Yeah, your perspective. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
It's how you view it.
Cause ain't nobody wrong, ain't nobody mad for
Okay,
no
I'm not
reason.
gonna say wrong.
It's three sides to the story.
One side,
the other side, and the truth.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay, so
Right.
like
Ain't nobody just mad for no reason.
Right.
But if you sit here and tell me like this, me, you and Reid, like let's say you and Reid fall out, y'all have a disagreement on something, right? If you tell me one thing and Reid tell me another, I'm gonna hear both of y'all sides. I'm gonna be like, listen, like I ain't gonna lie. Like, let's say you, for example,
I'm gonna be like, Vaughn, you viewed that wrong. Reed meant this, that, and the third. If I sit here and explain it to you, what he meant, what was his intentions, and you still want to beef with him, that's on you, bro. Like, there ain't no right or wrong at that point. That's
Shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Don't forget to like this video and run this video up. You did.
Yeah, like I feel like in terms of loyalty, like that kind of like proves my loyalty that I'm staying neutral in a sense, because that means I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just choose this side, forget what you're saying, because it's like then it's going for that other person, it's gonna be like, dang, so
straight up, though.
You just because something happened, you just gonna choose that person over me. But in my sense as a person, it's like I have a relationship with this person, I have a relationship with this person. I'm gonna communicate with both of y'all, like, okay, this is how I feel about the situation, this is how I feel y'all should go about it. If y'all decide not to, come to an agreement, like, y'all can't, I'm gonna let y'all know straight up, like, y'all cannot bring me in the middle of this. I'm still your friend and I support you. I'm still your friend and I support you. It's not no picking sides. It's not no, oh, I'm an op or nothing like that. It's like, y'all were both, my close friends. And if y'all separate, like, I don't change from being y'all close friends. You know what I'm saying? That's and it's all about communication and being like, yeah, just don't bring me in the middle of it for real. So
that's real. I feel like it's the best way to go about it for sure.
Okay, man. Are y'all up to date with the whole thing that's going on in Los Angeles right now? Los Angeles, California, with the whole ICE raiding and everybody, getting deported and, taken back, sent back to their countries. Are y'all up to date with that right now? And like how they're doing the protests and, everything, burning everything down right now.
You heard they pulling up to the Hard Rock Stadium?
Who?
For the soccer game?
Who?
ICE, they're gonna be there. For the soccer game.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So y'all up to date with the whole Los Angeles thing though?
I say, if I'm being honest, I say vaguely. Like I know what you're talking about, because there's been a lot of like changes with like laws and like programs and everything like that. But I wouldn't say that I know about the Los Angeles part, but I don't know like what exactly you're about to discuss.
So basically, you got people out there in Los Angeles right now, protesting. You remember how George Floyd was in 2020?
Yeah. So okay, I know about the protest. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know about that part, but I don't know like in the portion. Yeah.
So ICE is basically taking everybody up, snatching everybody up.
Okay.
Damn. Sending them back. Removing kids from their parents. Parents from their children. Vice versa. Everything. And our president, sent out some military troops to help out with everything that's going on over there. Where he got the military troops sleeping on the floor, in tents and everything, and like I said, take people away for their families and stuff. So my whole thing is, and even the y'all know the famous TikToker is Kobby Lane.
Yeah, I heard he got sent back. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
I don't know who he is,
but he be the one who he just be like
quiet.
The one who the
African.
Yes.
Damn, they sent his ass back.
Yeah, they sent him. Yeah, they
sent him back. So do y'all believe the immigration laws are too strict right now, and like do y'all think ICE is doing too much because they're out there? So it was one reporter it was a video that I seen. It was a reporter. She was an Australian reporter. She's out there doing her little news thing or whatever, news run, press run, whatever it's called. She's out there doing it, and one of the officers is seen on camera, looking at he just sitting there posted with the rubber bullet gun, and as soon as she's just walking, she's talking, he turns, looks at the camera and shoots her in the leg with a rubber bullet for no reason. Oh
man.
So again, my question to y'all are do y'all believe the immigration laws are too strict and is ICE doing too much? Or are they just doing their job?
With this topic, there's a lot of research that has to be done. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta do some
and a lot
research.
Of recourse wants to be said.
We gotta do some history on what key immigration laws from other immigration
laws. This is cancelable, sir.
Because it's like, because it's like a tree effect. You have one law, and then it branches off into a different law or a different stipulation. I feel like we got to do a lot of research and see okay, are they acting within their guidelines? Obviously there's some force that's used that you're shooting somebody for no reason is crazy, but
Nah.
Yeah, you good. But overall, I'm saying like there has to be some in-depth research done before like someone could validly say, okay, are they doing too much or not?
With them sending my boy Cobby Lane back. Well, before we get into that part, I would say, like with the whole protesting thing that's going on right now, you know, I get it, I understand it, but like even back with the whole George Floyd thing, like I feel like some of that is just out of pocket.
Yeah.
Some of the protests.
Yeah, like definitely.
You got some people who's protesting for the right reasons and some people who's protesting for the wrong reasons.
Correct.
Just to fuck shit up.
Just to mess stuff up.
Yeah.
You know, and that's crazy to me because you putting your own people at risk. You know, you putting them out of their jobs. You putting them out of, you know, some
who are first generation, second generation.
And that's where that research coming because some people just doing it and they don't even know what they're doing it for.
That's what I'm saying. Like if y'all really want to terrorize, I've always been on this. You know, if y'all really want to terrorize, y'all really want to like, I guess, feel the power in a sense. You feel me? Go burn something that you know that makes sense, like a precinct or something. Like go tear their stuff up. Don't put your own people out at risk. You know, to where they out of jobs and they can't fend for their family.
Yeah.
Waffle House.
You feel me? Like that's crazy to me, bro. Like I never understood that. You got people
Just
out there breaking stuff,
chaos,
you know, mobbing stuff, or breaking into certain places and stuff. I remember back in 2020 during the George Floyd riots.
Yeah.
They burned down one of our malls in Tampa called University Mall, or not the mall. They burned down the Champ store out there by University Mall. They burned it up. You got people going right. You got people going. Our people. You feel me? You got them going in there stealing, looting and everything. And I'm just like, dang, like that's just crazy because you don't understand how many people you probably put out of a job. You feel me?
Straight up though.
Like why? How do you?
And it's the pandemic.
And it's the pandemic where everything is really hard.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everything is really hard. So I never understood that aspect of like protesting and everything. Like I get it if you want to go out there and like try to be heard. I get that, you know, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I support that. But when you out there and you protesting for the wrong reason, you just looting, you burning stuff down, and you terrorizing the city, and you just vandalizing stuff, make it mess people's stuff up. I don't get that part, bro.
Yeah, there's some people that are just opportunists though. Like you see a riot going down to the fucking Gucci store. Like there's some people that are gonna go in there and just like, you know, grab some bags, some shoes, some belt. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
And that's so dumb, bro. That's so dumb.
Niggas out there was out there for shits and giggles, bro. When they was doing them.
Where were the riots? Were the riots in LA and Rodeo? Where the actual designer shops are?
Rioting Waffle Houses for no reason.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
Waffle
bro.
House is insane.
Like why are you going to Waffle House at all?
Right.
Places, bro? Like I don't get it. You feel me? That's so dumb,
It's
bro.
already a riot in that motherfucker anyway. Like why the fuck?
Like, bro, come on, bro. The All-Star breakfast be slapping, bro.
That bitch be fire, boy. Bacon, no eggs,
Y'all
hash
could have took
browns.
IHOP. Waffle House, like come on, man.
Not Waffle House eggs.
What you say? Right. I said no eggs.
Huh?
Oh, I was asking.
I don't eat Waffle House eggs.
I only eat eggs in general.
I don't do Waffle House eggs. I do they bacon.
What you
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I ain't start eating eggs until I was 20.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, I ain't start eating eggs until I was 20, bro. You good?
You don't. That's child.
Tony, what?
Hey, you good? You good? Swear to God.
That's childish.
And
bro.
I can't do scrambled eggs either.
What?
Yeah.
What am I hearing right now, bro?
Over medium or better.
Only thing that like it's a no go for me is onions. I can't do onions.
Can't do
but
those.
eggs.
No, I can do onions.
Smooth, bro.
Not even like grilled.
Nah, it's because your people's must have force fed you eggs. They did that shit to me once.
Nah, not even force fed. I like eggs.
You know I tried it once.
Thing is though, when I was a child, everybody
Yeah,
else
right.
wanted the eggs. I didn't want them, so like
But
I was
like-
able to slide.
What's wrong? Like what's wrong with eggs though? Like, what?
Eggs had like this rotten taste to it when I was a kid. It felt like
yeah, just
I think
it wasn't. No, it wasn't that. Like it has like I don't know.
If
You
my-
know, like that aftertaste that fish has.
No.
I felt that with eggs, and I ain't fuck with that.
I think it's because the way it was made for me the first time.
Was it runny?
Huh?
Was it runny?
Whatchamacallit? This one used to eat fried eggs, bro.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Damn,
so
you
it was
had
like
started that nigga on fried eggs?
a little
Damn.
it was like a little slimy texture in my paw.
I wouldn't fuck.
You talking about?
I wouldn't fuck with eggs either if my first shit was a fucking fried egg.
What you talking about? Friday? You don't like Fridays? Is crazy.
No, like I like it now. I fuck with it now, but like
that
that was my first
I can
shit.
understand the sunny side up.
So, like,
I
what
feel
was
like
your
the sunny
first
side
one?
up would've
Huh?
been
My
more-
first shit was scrambled. That's why I fuck with it.
You didn't roll with scrambled eggs with
Childish,
cheese.
bro.
Wait, what? How was the
the
scrambled built though?
Like it was a scramble, nigga. Like
I say for me, like
Time out.
scramble smell like farts, nigga. Like I ain't fuck with it. Like that's how eggs smell, nigga. Like
Hey, JR, bro.
What?
I need you to come back and explain yourself. What you mean by how the scramble is built?
Bill is insane.
I need you to explain that.
What you
right
mean? Like salt, pepper,
Cheese.
cheese, any other ingredients?
there. Not what you mean how it's built though. Like scrambled eggs.
I just explained it to you, nigga.
Eggs, cheese, what? That's nothing though.
Did it have cheese? Did it have salt and
I'm
pepper?
not gonna lie. When y'all didn't eat certain stuff
Salt.
growing up, did y'all parents like make y'all sit at the
Yeah.
dinner table?
Yeah.
Till
You know what's
till
crazy?
Like I was a 3 hour at the table
Like,
once a week.
You know what's
kinda
crazy?
nigga,
To the,
like,
When that been cold, hey, look, I'm sitting at the table till that been cold.
I'm about to say,
once a
you
week,
know what's crazy?
3 hours
to this
at the
day,
table.
to this day too, I don't eat bananas. Like the actual regular fruit bananas.
You
Like
just childish.
I stopped
Nah.
eating that when I was grown.
I knew.
No, you was how you said.
He ain't start eating that till he was grown.
I stopped eating it so I was grown.
Bro, you don't eat bananas no more.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta get that potassium. They got fiber too.
Hey, they got vitamins for that shit.
I'll say for me, bro.
Bananas get you right.
I'll say for
boy's
me, bro.
crazy,
Like
man.
my
Hey.
folks definitely made me like
We'll
sit
see in
at the
30
table.
years, nigga.
Like when we went to McDonald's or whatever, I get a cheeseburger. I tell them no onions. You know, sometimes the McDonald's burgers they just be
doing
they
shit.
just be doing whatever.
Messing
man.
up
You
your
feel me?
order.
Messing up your order, so they'll throw onions on the burger. You feel me? And like how it was back then, it used to be like engraved in the bread, in the meat.
Oh yeah, it be. Yes, you get a bun off and it be.
So many nice.
Hey, the onions be nice.
it be on it. You flip the bun.
It's
Straight onions on it.
everything, bro. Like my folks, they used to be like, just scrape it off with a spoon. What? So I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, when they
I'll
come
scrape it off.
Skipping
nigga.
off
I
straight
didn't hear that
bread.
crunch.
Nigga.
Oh, it sends me through the roof.
I've
I'm
had
not hungry no more.
You know it's
I don't
crazy.
want nothing. All right.
Bruh, they used to flat out get a cup of onions and damn near pour it on that burger,
me.
bruh.
No bullshit, nigga. Half an onion on a fucking single patty, bro.
And don't get ketchup. Don't get ketchup.
Oh, that's
Don't
all.
get cheese and ketchup.
It's all over the burger.
You're done.
All over it.
You're done.
Nigga,
You
I've
get
had
cheese and
3
ketchup and
times.
you're done.
Side.
3 times in my
I'm
life,
saying,
bro.
quiet.
3 times in my life, bro. Sat at that table for 3 hours just looking at that burger, bro.
But you be sitting there like, dang.
I don't want to. Nigga, taking the bite every 30 minutes, nigga.
Now here's the question though. Which fast food place got the best burgers?
You see, look.
Okay,
Yeah.
classify fast food
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
Like the
'Cause
originals.
Five Guys ain't a fast food place.
Nah, that's not.
It's not.
It's a burger place.
That's what I'm saying.
Five
like,
Guys up there with Burger Fire, Shake Shack and shit.
Something that could like
With a
serve.
drive-through?
Yeah.
A drive-through.
Like a drive-through back Burger King. That's all
You
it's just
said
about.
Burger King.
Bro, Burger King got some
As
great
far
ass
as like
burgers.
actual burgers, like nigga,
Brother,
ground
I'm
beef.
not rocking with Burger King.
Wait, what you said? What he said? What he said?
He had never had a burger from Burger King in so long. I never had a burger from Burger King at all.
Whoa.
Ever in your life?
Ever in my life. Only thing I get is a chicken fingers.
You gotta
I ain't
put
gonna
that
lie.
on.
Don't y'all got a White Castle?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I never eat White Castle. I don't like
Huh?
White Castle.
Burger
Everything's
King?
cooked with onions.
You don't
bro.
rock
My
with Burger King like I do.
Back when he was a young boy, bro.
Yeah,
I used to get Burger King.
We got
Castle.
one White
Dad,
Castle in Miami.
I'm
That
used to
shit
that
gone,
shit.
but still.
You not.
What Castle that gas though?
But nah, bro.
No, it's not. Oh my god, you're disgusting.
Wait.
Nah.
What he said? What he said?
White Castle.
You're nasty.
Yes.
You nasty, bro.
Whoa, you don't like White Castle?
Joe.
I never had.
Yeah, but
like I had White
I
Castle.
thought we were friends.
Remember that was when I was a kid.
Oh my god.
What about Whataburger pretty straight?
One mic. What'd you say?
I was like, Whataburger pretty straight.
I give you that.
Whataburger nice.
I haven't had a burger from
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Water, I'll give.
Whataburger got
remember-
everything.
We were munching on that.
Whataburger.
Oh, national?
Is Whataburger considered fast food?
Yeah, I got a drive-through.
But is it
That
up
is
there?
the best fast food burger I had, man.
Okay.
Yeah, because if that's the
I haven't
kind of
had
cake, I'm
Whataburger,
going
so I
off of
can't
that.
Yeah, you did.
Drive-through fast food.
I ain't eat
was
that
in
shit.
Houston.
I ain't eat that shit.
Whataburger.
Nah, nigga. We went to
When I was in
McDonald's.
Texas-
Cause nigga Stanley went to
Okay, wait, hold on. I got a question for y'all.
Chat. Have y'all ever known anyone, or have y'all ever yourself ordered a medium rare, medium well burger from a fast food
It was
joint?
not medium well.
No.
It was medium rare.
Medium rare from a fast food joint.
So wait.
From a fast food joint.
So you telling me somebody went through that drive-through?
They gave him a temperature.
Say yeah.
Give it a temperature, bro. Bro, look. Hold on. Okay. Bro pulled up to the drive-thru and said, "Can I get a?" We at Whataburger.
Oh man.
Can I get a medium well patty? The person on the speaker said, "What?" Like, huh?
Nigga, mind you, it's 4 in the morning.
It's 4 in the morning. He's dead serious, bro. We all in the car like, bro, there's just no way.
Nigga, we all sleep. Niggas woke up like, huh?
Medium well, he grits.
Medium rare.
Nigga, like we had fucking Folk in the Child some shit.
You know what's crazy?
Do they sell anything besides like the burger all the way through?
That was the first time we ever found
Everything
out.
got a timer on it, don't it?
No, cause you gotta realize
I don't
the
know,
fast
but they did it for 'em.
the fast food patties be frozen, so they gotta heat it up.
What do you do? Heat it
How
halfway?
the fuck you gonna heat it up to medium well though? That's the
Bro, that was so burnt out. I'm like, bro, if you sick, like, yo stomach grits.
And he stood on it.
He stood on it.
And he ate that shit.
But
that's
He
the first
fucked
time
it
I
up.
ate it. We thought bro was just maybe a little.
That mean it was frozen in the middle.
Right. So look, we just at the club, right? We just at the club. We thinking bro might be a little, a little drunk.
You don't know where he at.
You know where he at.
So he had.
And bro really ate that.
So he had liquor and a medium rare patty.
Stomach grits and that grits. Hey, but bro woke up
Intestines
just fine.
hate him.
Hey, shout out to the 5K people that's still in here, man. Make sure y'all like this video. Get it up to 10,000 likes. Don't forget to like this video, man. Shout out to Just Your Average Joe Podcast. Read the Room. TonyTone and my boy JR, man. Make sure y'all get this video up to 5,000. No, I said 10. Get this video up to 10,000. You feel me?
15.
You did what I'm saying?
15 doesn't hurt. 15.
Hey, but look, man. Have y'all ever experienced like a Karen moment?
What
Karen?
Karen?
Yeah, a Karen moment. Have y'all ever had like a Karen
It's
moment?
like I want to
a
speak to a
moment with
manager
Karen?
or some shit.
Yeah, well, however you want to define it.
I feel like I got one. So check me. So my first job ever was Mickey D's. You feel me?
G?
Yeah, G.
They denied me, but keep going.
Got you like.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
So
God damn.
I remember one time.
Not back in your days.
Yeah, so I remember one time like this is like fresh out of.
Hey, watch
Keep
out.
going.
Watch out.
See the dough? You can go there any minute now.
No, y'all.
Crazy, 'cause I'm
Boy, so you can wait in the car.
ordered it, bro.
Reed,
Yeah.
send that nigga to the car, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he about to get sent home.
So you
real
can
quick.
wait in the car,
Okay,
huh?
but listen. So I was working at Mickey D's, right? This is like fresh out of high school. Like I was building money to have money so I could go into college or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was at the cashier, and then this guy comes up and he's like, he wants a burger, right? But he wants everything separated, right? So he wants like the tomatoes on the side, he wants the lettuce on the side, the pickles on the side, like he wants everything separated on a burger, right?
You want to build his own shit.
Yeah, he want to build it by himself, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, so like, they had a thing where you have to press like special order, and then like what they're supposed to do is when you press special order, the person come up to you and they be like, okay, what's the special request? And then I let them know what it is, right? So they was in a rush and they built the burger for him already, right? So I pressed it, and then they were like, oh, this is the order, and it had the special order label on it and everything. So I was just like, all right, they built the burger for him. I'll just be like, look, we got a lot of because we had a whole line. It was a line. It was late at night. So I get the tray. I bring it to him, and I'm like, sir, we do have like a busy flow right now. So, we just built the burger for you in advance. And he was like, he looked at me. He was just like, well, I don't want it. And I was like, well, sir, it's the same burger that you ordered. It's just built for you already. And he was like, well, have them remake it again. I want to separate it. And I was just like, okay. I said, cool. I go to my manager, I'm like, yeah, he want the burger separated or whatever. My manager flip out on me, talking about how I made a mistake and he wanted me to leave early. Like he was like,
oh, wow.
like he was upset at me because because he's holding up the line. Like he want his burger separated or whatever, and he's holding up the line. And my manager is like, oh, like he starts snapping or whatever. And he's like, all right, you can clock out early. Did I clock out early? No. I was like, all right, watch this. I went over there. I told him, hey, go handle. I told someone, I was like, look, this is what you got to do. Go handle that. I'm not clocking out. I went over to the register. I only had like a half hour left, but he wanted me to clock out early. I was like, that's dumb. So I just did what I had to do, and I walked out.
Was your manager black?
Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
So
I ain't gonna
Seems
lie.
legit.
I don't think.
So it was that's kind of like a 2-for-1 if you.
I don't think
yeah.
I had like a Karen moment, but I did have a moment where I was working valet at this time, right? And y'all know I got tattoos and everything. Back then, like I was supposed to wear like the little sleeve guards or whatever, to cover my tattoos. This day I didn't have it, right? So, dude come out the mall. He gives me his ticket, accepting his car. So I'm like, all right, cool. Hand it to somebody. They go get his car. As they're bringing it around, bro was like, hey, you got something on your arms. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh,
You gotta chill out.
I'm checking, like, I'm looking like, where? Like, and bro was like, right there. He's like, oh, that's ink? I was like, yeah. Oh, you talking about my tattoos? And he like, oh, yeah, maybe, next time you should probably get it in color so people can see it. And I was like, dang. I'm like, oh, it's like that.
I don't think that was a Karen moment. I think that
No,
was
that's what I said. I don't think it wasn't a Karen moment, but it was like, it was.
It was more like a KKK moment.
That's
Karen.
That was a little.
Dang, like, hold on, like, dang, pause. That's crazy. Like, you just got me like that. Like, what?
Yeah, he's
he
just slid that in there.
I just kept my composure, bro. I was like, yo, sir, like, your car's here right now.
It's like, huh?
I have a nice day.
It's like, yeah, we'll take your car.
Talking about maybe next time you should get it in color so people can see it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, buddy.
It's like, wow.
So crazy.
You have a nice night. That's crazy.
Real, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Niggas tried you.
Did he?
Right.
And did he, buddy? But nah, man, I got a few more questions before we get up out of here, man. Again, man, make sure y'all like this video. Get this video up to 10,000 likes, man. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel.
Niggas work some real shit.
Do y'all think men are prioritizing peace over pretty in 2025 when it comes to like dating?
Yes. Fuck no.
Yeah.
No. What?
That's what. You being real.
I'm being dead ass serious, bro.
Speak on it.
It's all you.
I'm speaking from experience, my nigga, brother.
Empty.
I'm not, at least at the age that I'm
I'll
at.
be back.
Refresh.
Are you? Is there an age range for this or no?
Nah.
There's a reason why. Damn, it's gonna suck. There's a reason why people feel, why females feel the way they feel right now.
Elaborate.
It's because a lot of men are prioritizing peace over pretty. A lot of men are prioritizing pretty over peace. A lot of men are paying for pretty over peace. And yeah, that's why a lot of the pretty it's like it feels unobtainable. Because like a lot of them are, inflated.
Okay, I mean, me personally, I do believe, these days, most men are.
There's a little bit of a, I don't know.
Age gap?
Not an age gap, but it's like.
They're really the same age. You ain't finna
Not
disrespect
even.
me right now.
No, not age gap, but there's like a
Almost the same age?
there's a communication gap between the genders now.
Okay, elaborate.
I feel like back then, a normal man can get a beautiful woman like easier back then.
Easier.
I think it's easier now.
You think so?
Yeah,
Because of money and
social media. Exactly,
Gotcha.
money and social media. So you got some pretty women who just settling whatever out there. They get a nigga that look like Rick Ross.
Okay, but are they really settling because of the shit they have?
Yeah.
Is that really
what you
settling?
can provide for a woman?
Is that settling?
I'll say yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's
I'll say that's settling because are you really with them because of who they are? Are you with them because of what they have?
But like for the actual woman, like is it settling? Because like for women, like at least for me,
women here, bro.
At least for women, like at least to me, like it's the way women look at what they have is the way we look at looks. You know, so is it really them settling?
Wait, repeat what you said.
He said
what we look at.
Go ahead.
The way women look at what someone has is like the way we look at a way a woman looks. So are they really settling nowadays? You know?
I still think so. Yeah. Because even us as men, like, you know, that we would low key settle for somebody who's pretty but has a terrible personality.
So you consider that settling?
That's settling for sure.
Yeah,
So
100%.
That's settling.
So okay. You're saying that's settling?
That's settling.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense. Okay. Like I'm just like, you know.
It's like you're with the person because they're attractive. You find them attractive, but you're not with them because you find their personality or them as a person attractive. You only find their external appearance attractive. You feel
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
You're not with them because of their internal.
Yeah. Okay.
Aspects.
I guess the
Okay.
term settling depends on who you are. Because
okay, so what do you consider settling?
I mean, I'm a very visual person, so like, you know,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
So,
He ain't saying nothing.
so does a woman looking good suffice that for you? Is that like, if she look good, you'll just
that's 6 out of 10 of the traits that I need for sure.
6 out of 10.
That's 6 out of 10. Like,
Those other-
I'll be okay with the other 4.
So-
Is like, you know,
so you-
having a
okay.
purpose in life.
Okay, so you rather be with somebody who you find extremely attractive with a terrible personality versus somebody who you find like, you know, you're somewhat attracted to them, but they have the best personality out there.
Okay, I'm going with the second one, of course. I'm going with the second one.
Okay, you're going with what?
The second one.
What's the second one? You tell me.
You just said it.
I want you to repeat it. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
You said that's like, you know, somewhat attractive, but
Right.
that has a great personality.
Okay.
A partner.
Right.
Define somewhat.
I mean, okay. Let's say
LMI?
Correct. Stop disrespecting her, man. That's a queen.
Elevate?
Stop disrespecting that
Hey,
queen.
I'm going to war by that one.
Hey, Emma.
That's your little baby.
That's his shit.
Emma, boy, that's the thing out,
Hey, she a 6 around here, boy.
She a what?
Hold on.
I can't accept that.
7.
7 around what?
Around
7th
here.
round?
I said she's a 7 around
7
here.
out of 10. That's what he's saying.
I still can't accept that. I wouldn't call
all.
her 7.
That's all. That's disrespectful, bro.
So she's an 8 to you?
But
At
okay,
least?
wait, hold up.
What?
Hold up. Bro
Yeah,
said
eight. Okay.
drunk. He's
Okay,
drunk.
that's the same shit.
He's drunk.
Okay,
He's
You
drunk.
said, wait. You said, Joel, you said?
I'm going higher than 8.
Drunk.
No higher than an 8?
Drunk.
Not even the 8.5?
She a cool.
Not even an 8.5?
She's cool. What?
8.5?
She a cool. That's what I'm saying. Cool.
You can't give her an 8.5?
I'm not talking about that.
Nah, she ain't getting
You can't give her an 8.5?
She ain't getting the B plus from me, dog. I'm not
B
gonna lie.
plus?
She ain't getting the
Why?
B.
85 like a B? That's a solid B.
That's a B plus. Yeah.
Ella May can't get an 8.5. I ain't lying on.
She
Ella May get an 8.5 from me, dog.
I think it's for me.
I'm not dapping you up on that.
What you giving her?
You thought I was gonna dap you up on 8.5?
She a 105 to this nigga.
You give her 10?
She a 105 to this nigga, boy.
I can't even rate her.
No.
Bro,
No, this is no disrespect to Ella May whatsoever. Just want to put that out.
8.5?
Yes!
Ella
No,
May taking
8.5?
High,
Ain't
bro.
none of disrespect to her.
She 8.5 minimum, bro.
Anyway,
8.5 minimum.
We gotta put
Ella May's not an 8.5?
Yeah, cut to the chat for all these fools, man. Cut to the chat.
Water
Cut
right
to
here,
the chat, cause ain't no way.
Hey,
Ain't
man.
no
What
way.
are you sending me?
But look, to answer your question.
Y'all are saying something crazy.
To answer your question.
8.5?
Yes, that's
hold on,
crazy.
Hold on.
Nah, twin.
To answer your question, let's say you got a Whoopi
Nah, twin.
Goldberg. Y'all know who Whoopi Goldberg
Danny
is?
Lays ain't.
You got it. Folks, go to the next question. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. Next question, dog. Scroll on. Yeah, go on. Yeah. Shout out to Lunch Table, man. But we go to the next question, bro. We go to the next question, bro.
This nigga hit the A. Next episode, the lunch table.
Shout out to Lunch Table, man.
It's been the lunch table.
Hold on. Okay, look. If your partner goes broke.
That was smooth.
If your partner, right? Look, if your partner goes broke, are you gonna stay in a relationship? Or are you out?
I got a question.
Well, if we're going straight up off of that, if you just want a straight up answer, I'm gonna stay, cause I just need to know the reason, like what happened. You feel me?
She loses like all her assets. She loses like her job. She just flat.
Like just $0.
Zero. Nothing to her name.
Again, because of
She's just
life.
You don't just lose.
Well,
assets.
if you want to know my answer,
hey, shit happens.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay, cause if she held me down.
Okay, so then my question is, you said they lost their assets.
Sometimes the smartest people be the brokest people. So like shit happens, bro. Like,
so like I said, like is she trying to invest in something? And
shit happens, yeah, basically.
So she invested in something else.
Look, if we go in black and white,
I believe it. But if you tell me like,
how long you giving
all your bread, give me the time is nothing, bro. Like, bro, like you can find a job, you can build back up from there. But if you sit here and tell me you lost your bread because you was gambling, or you lost all your bread assets because of like you was irresponsible, and then like. So it's like if you was irresponsible or you was gambling or something like BS, you GG's. But if you sit here and tell me, oh yeah,
GG's, you leaving her?
Let me get a habit. If you blow all your assets,
my nigga.
That's a habit.
Man, my nigga Joe, you don't want to help his woman grind.
Hey, this nigga straight, boy. Hey, that's like a nigga. For the past 4 episodes, bro.
4 episodes.
He about to fry you. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey,
800 credit. 800 credit. No debt.
Over this way. Just doing some strict and tight.
Hey, 800 credit. No debt, nigga. No club. Nigga.
You better not accept a drink from nobody.
Hey.
You better not be in no section.
Hey, don't get me started by that.
And you gotta go to church. You gotta go to church.
Don't get me started.
You gotta go to church.
Hey, that's mandatory. That's mandatory.
And you better know how to lead the prayer.
Okay, look, I gotta. Oh, wait.
No, wait. Let me explain myself, though. Let me explain.
I would say I ain't going out like this.
Joe said he worked too hard.
He worked too hard. Bro, you don't have to sit here and tell me, like, if you made an honest mistake, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But if you have a habit like gambling or, like, you just have a splurging habit, GG's, bro. Like,
so, what I'll say about that is, like, okay, before it reaches the point of bankruptcy, if you see that she has a habit, are you gonna help her at least?
I'm gonna address it.
Yeah.
But if they don't help themselves, GG's, bro. Read, alright.
No. I'm hearing you out. Like, I'm hearing you out.
So, I'm not even going to bankruptcy.
That's a great term, right? Bankruptcy.
No. Let's just say they have a spending habit. They have a spending habit.
Okay.
You feel me? They get a credit card, they run that bill.
A lot of people got spending habits, by the way.
That's real. You got a credit card.
Most motherfuckers live to check the check, but
you got a credit card, you run that bill.
60 racks. 60 racks.
Maxed out.
$50 so you, and I'm like, alright, bro, like, what was your credit? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, if it's me and my shorty, I'm gonna keep it real with her. I'm gonna be like, listen, like, you said you maxed out your credit card. You maxed out your credit card. So I'm asking, I'm like, alright, bro, like, you maxed out your credit card, like, on some, like, transparency, like, what was your credit limit? If you sit here and tell me you maxed out 60 bands,
oh, that's crazy.
bro. Okay, I'm not even going to
okay, but 60 bands over 4 years.
Wait.
No, go to that extent and say 60 bands.
I told y'all, bro. I told y'all, man. My brother Joe is running a strict.
It's not
tight.
Bro, 60 bands is crazy.
This man just said if you max out your if she maxed out her credit card 10 racks, you still gonna downplay that? Like,
nah, 10 racks is
like if she maxed out her credit card, if she maxed out her credit card, bro.
And there's also
I feel like you as a man, like, you know, and it's just me personally. In relationships, you gotta pick up wherever your partner is slacking at.
But if you gotta try to be responsible with their funds,
then that's where you gotta pick up. You gotta try to like help them. You feel me? You want to help them.
Okay, but picking up when you're slacking.
I mean, of course. No, of course.
If you're financially irresponsible, that's nothing to pick up though. Like, that's something they gotta learn on their own. You can't teach
Nah.
that.
No, facts. Of course, you're not supposed to be like no father figure in their life or anything like that. I'm not saying go be a daddy, but you should try to like help them better themselves in a sense. Like, you know, if I see my partner slacking and stuff and they just sucking here, I'm gonna try to help them.
Yeah.
I want them to do better because
it's also about knowing what league you're playing in too.
Yeah,
right.
So like, it depends on the type of.
Because 10 racks in credit card debt, if you're, you know what I'm saying?
If you could,
10 racks,
go afford that.
10 racks, you can bounce back from 10 racks. You can bounce back from 10 racks. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. 10 racks, but you can make that in the game.
What about 30?
I'm asking.
30 on what? 30 on what? If you tell me you got $30K based on student loans, I'm gonna respect that. But if you tell me you got 30K because you run out like X amount of credit cards, I ain't gonna lie, you irresponsible.
Okay, but life is life, nigga.
No, that's irresponsible.
Right?
30 racks.
Well,
Joe,
30 racks.
here's what I'll say, bro.
No. Let's keep it real, Tony.
Yeah.
30 racks.
Yeah, 30 racks is 30
30
racks.
racks is crazy.
30 racks is 30 racks. Look,
30 racks is crazy, bro. How you run up 30
I'm not
racks
saying
and
I'm
you
doing
can't
it,
pay
but
on
like, you know,
Why?
in
I'm
theory.
You can say.
I'm not gonna lie, that girl do right by me.
You can say whatever you want to say about
I'm
me
gonna hold it
running
down.
the strip.
A bill's a bill. You know what I'm saying?
That's just me. Like, if that girl do right by me, I'm gonna hold it down.
30 racks.
Yeah, but look.
Okay, no. Read. 30 racks. She been going to Sephora, Macy, whatever the fuck stores.
So in this situation,
I don't know what you spent on.
Okay, so I'm
that's
just
30 racks.
No, you got it. So, okay. So, depending on the situation. Now, if I see she's on a trend of going down that rabbit hole, I'm going to try and stop. I'm going to be like, hey, babe, like, listen.
That-
I understand?
That, and it's like,
Because you're already there.
if she's spending 30 racks, one, you better be able to afford, like, you know, whatever comes with it. You know, you better make double what that 30 racks is. If you can't spend it more than once and be comfortable with it, you shouldn't be doing that at all. So if you just doing that off the muscle and you just blowing it, knowing you can't pay that back, knowing you ain't got it, then it's a problem.
And how long did it take for that 30 racks to accrue?
Right.
If it's over 4 years.
Yeah,
You can't.
You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, like, when you would...
If it was like last month?
Like I said,
Yeah.
it depends on the spending habit.
No, 30 in the money is crazy.
No, yeah, 30 racks.
30 racks. Well, let's say 30 racks in a year. The
30
whole
racks in a
year
year.
they spent 30 racks.
And you saying if I'm going to leave?
30 racks in a year, that's not.
You're saying if
30
she spent 30 racks
racks
on
on,
her, if I'm going to
like-
leave? Is that the question?
I guess that's the case. Yeah, that's the question, right?
You saying if she spent 30 racks on her, I'm going to leave?
Are you because y'all said y'all want to stay and try to help them out.
Yeah.
So that's what you
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so when they
As
get
long
30
as
racks,
this
what they
shorty
doing?
is doing right by me, I'm gonna just stay, bro.
Are
Because
they
it's
doing
like,
right? Okay, but how would they do right by you if they are financially irresponsible?
at the end of the day,
a woman doesn't have to financially support you.
I'm not saying
They can-
support you. That's what I said.
No,
Okay,
your
go.
question is, you said, correct me if I'm wrong.
Assist you. Financially
Financially
assist you.
assist you.
No, I said they're financially irresponsible.
No.
How would they support Reid? Reid said as long
Yeah,
as
that's
they
what I'm
support
saying.
him.
You said they blew.
there's other way they can support
No,
me.
you
That's
go-
what
that's what I'm saying.
I'm finna cook. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
You
Go.
said you're finna cook it up. You said, bro, if she blows 30 racks in a year, how can she support you? A woman can support you in many other ways. Why does she have to only? Why do you feel that she has to support you financially, or not even
saying-
support you, or like you said, financially assist you? You feel me? A woman could cook for you. A woman could clean for you. A woman could be your peace. A woman could keep your mind safe. You know, a whole bunch.
She just don't know how to handle a dollar.
She just don't know how to, that as a man, that's where you supposed to step up. And you know, you got to take on that responsibility, and knowing and not ownership, but take on that responsibility, knowing that you stronger in this area in y'all relationship. You feel me?
So this is when it comes to again age at this point. Not the young buck, but not the two young bucks. You feel me? Reid, Vaughn, and me.
Hold on,
You
wait,
running-
nigga. I ain't know. Nigga,
Bitch.
throw me in that young buck category
No,
too.
bitch, how do you use the term?
Hey, I'm
My boy
27.
said Reid,
What is
Vaughn,
that?
and
Like-
me. Just
Yeah,
left me
call
the
me out like
I
that.
ain't
Fuck
gonna
out.
like you a young buddy. I ain't gonna
Nah,
like you a
keep
young
going
buddy.
on. Keep going on.
But let's just hear me out though.
Wow.
You
And
Tony
then,
20?
if you
I'm
run into
24.
a 20,
Keep
if
on.
you run
Around,
into a
yo.
26-year-old woman, right?
Okay.
A 26-year-old woman,
Okay.
Ah.
a 26.
I'm gonna say, ah. No, I'm listening.
You run into a 26, 27, I'm 25 to 27-year-old woman. You feel me?
Okay.
Within that age range.
Correct.
25 to 27-year-old woman.
Affirmative.
You feel me? And she's financially irresponsible, as in a dollar don't mean nothing to her. She will spend what she spent, this, that, and the third. Again, you can assist her. I'm not saying leave her high and dry, but you can assist her. But if that financially irresponsibility is a hindrance in what you got going for her, anything you see in the future, that's a problem. That's what I said. 20 from 25.
I mean, you can put an age on it.
I said, does this woman live by herself? Because I was gonna say, because most women I meet at that age.
Based on what you asked.
I got something to say crazy. Do you know how much women stress shop?
What?
Stress shop?
Stress
shop?
Yeah,
yes,
bro.
Like, she's stressed, she blown a band.
Right.
This is my first time hearing about stress.
What? Do you, bro? She's stressed out. She blowing minimum 500 to clear her mind.
So wait.
You just made me scared of women.
Hold on, wait. To answer your question,
What? Y'all never heard of that?
Hold on.
I heard, but like
stress.
Shit, not right now.
Stress shopping, bro.
Wait.
Go
Let's
ahead.
not stay away from this real quick because I want to touch on this. So you saying basically, if your woman blows 30 racks in a year, you done with her because she's financially irresponsible.
If you still okay, and the only reason I say financially irresponsible, like let's say you sit here, you tell me you spent 30 racks, bags, shoes, this, that, and third. Okay, cool. You can buy a bag. So let's say you buy a bag, $600 in January. From January to March, you didn't want to pay that off. You just want to keep buying, and not paying nothing towards that. I'm talking about like 30 racks. Like okay, 30 racks. I gotta say it straight up. 30 racks in debt. Like you owe your credit card company 30 racks.
Yes or no? You leaving the girl?
No. It's
Okay.
irresponsible.
So let's say
That's irresponsible, bro.
okay. Let's say wait. Hold on. Let's say
because at the end of the day, it's them.
She's doing everything that a wife should be doing. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's nurturing you. She's handling business at the house.
Nigga.
But she's just financially irresponsible. You done with her.
I'm gonna be honest. Like again, that's why I put that age on it. No.
Damn the age. You can't put an age on it.
No, because at the end of the day, okay, I'm not gonna.
It don't even gotta be.
I'm gonna put maturity on it. I'm gonna say the word.
There we
maturity.
go. That's
I'm gonna put the word maturity on it. If you're mature enough to own a credit card, I'm gonna charge it to the credit card. You sit here mature enough to own a credit card. At the end of the day, you gotta pay that card off at some point.
For sure.
And you sit here, you gonna run that bit 30K in debt.
That's crazy.
So the answer is yes, you leaving.
I'm gone, bro. Like you're irresponsible. You're irresponsible. Bro.
Next question.
Again, y'all gotta agree with me. Y'all don't have to agree with me.
I respect it, Joe.
Hey, Vaughn.
Because like
what they be saying in the interviews?
It takes a lot to get to a $30,000 credit.
Bro, you know how much
I'm listening all right.
Hey.
If you tell me right now, little shawty tell you she spent 30 racks in I'm gonna give it 2 years.
And she ain't pay shit? You not gonna be heated.
And she ain't pay shit?
And you know what? Question
okay, no.
And then she's like that, and then she comes to you and was like, hey, listen, I've been dealing with this shit. And it's a 5-digit bill. I feel him.
No, for sure.
Like,
no, I get that. But
30 racks is crazy.
I get it. But I'm not just gonna jump and leave because you just blew 30 racks.
I ain't doing all that.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Why?
I said before.
I will give them. I will give them a 6-month plan.
Why would you keep swiping? Is my question.
I'm giving them a 6-month
brother.
Bro.
If they come up to me with this,
if you are a God-fearing woman and you do
right
by me, and the only issue is you blew 30 racks, I'm not gonna lie.
Reid, tell me right now. If you can sit here and tell me right now what you would spend 30 racks on something you own right now.
30 racks?
In a year though?
I wouldn't spend 30 racks on something. Like, I don't know. Like 30 racks off run.
I'll just look at the 30 racks in my bank account.
Right now.
Just look at the 30 racks.
You said there.
It's like this.
Okay.
A car's not an option.
I don't know what I'm doing.
How's he gonna tell me how to spend my money now?
Fine.
Yeah, like 30 racks. I mean, like,
But if we got 30 racks.
Am I tripping for saying that?
That's a cool down payment, boy.
No, I understand about a block.
For the right nigga, that's a cool down
If
payment.
the only issue, like, if I have a woman, right,
You can't say that's the only. That's a big ass issue. That's 30 racks you blew it.
but it's not the only thing. Like, if it's
15
okay,
racks,
look, Joe.
niggas can't
I
spend
understand
15
it's
racks
big
a year.
issue, but if that's the only, Joe, you gotta understand. If it could be the biggest issue in the world, but if that's the one, you gotta understand. There's a people like respectfully with a lot of issues.
It's a lot of issues.
So if that's the one thing, it's like, damn, you blew 30 racks. I have one issue to focus on.
That's
Why
why
would I?
responsible is a big thing, bro.
Okay, and that's one issue you gotta focus on. What else you
That's
gotta
a
focus on?
big issue.
What else you gotta focus on?
so wait, okay.
I'm not
so
gonna
wait,
lie.
wait,
If she
wait.
30 racks for bed,
Wait,
and
so
debt,
a woman, so
and she bathes me.
a girl in your life has to be financially
got it.
responsible. Like, but okay, so look, the woman in your dreams has to be financially responsible.
Listen, no. I'm not even gonna say one of my dreams. If a woman that's meant for me, she's gonna be financially responsible.
No.
Nigga, that's what you get an accountant for.
You cut me off.
I'm not gonna let you twist the words like that. I said the woman of your dreams that she has to be I said that she has to be financially responsible.
If a woman I deal with has to be financially responsible.
Not gonna lie, bro.
Okay then.
I agree with her.
Again, that's all I will say.
Does she do all the shit you talking about?
Because
She bathe me, nigga.
No, one mic. Let me get them all.
If
Daddy
the
got
woman I deal with has to be financially responsible, because at the end of the day, for me, and I'm gonna speak for me personally, nigga, I turn 28 next year, bro.
Yeah.
At this point, if you don't know how a dollar works, something is wrong, bro.
Check me out. My boy Joe said, "Ain't no stress shopping over here, baby."
Ain't no
Right.
Ain't no stress shopping. Ain't no stress clubbing. Ain't no stress.
First off, let's hit that right then and there, bro.
Hey.
You can stretch up. $500 is nothing, and I'm going. That's all I'm talking about based off of the numbers we was talking about earlier.
Hey.
30
Bro.
is crazy,
Bro,
No girl ain't acting right
like,
since the
Okay.
Coach Joe's boot camp, dog.
$500, no,
Right, like, bro.
$500, bro.
But even if it is 15 racks, 30 racks, whatever the case may be, bro, I just don't. Me personally, like Reid said earlier, if she's a God-fearing woman,
Financially irresponsible.
checking off all the other boxes, but she just struggles in
Well, like-
one area. This one area with just spending her own money at that. My bad. Her own
No, you
money at
good.
that. It's like. You could help somebody in a situation like that. You can help her overcome that. Throughout those years,
Okay.
through the next year, you could pay that 30,000 off. You
Well,
feel me?
30,000.
And on top of that, help her build a budget system to where now she's saving properly. You know, she's spending, you know, properly. You know, she
That's
doesn't
some
like
good
swiping
niggas.
whenever, and etc.
That's some good
I don't think you could just cut
So they some
somebody.
good niggas.
Bruh, on me, but I don't think you could just cut somebody off because they spent $30,000 in a year.
So I got a question for you. You said, and I'm going based off of what you just said just now, right?
That's some good niggas.
She ran up $30,000. And you're
30,000.
gonna help her pay off her $30,000 debt.
See, I wouldn't even bring that shit up with her. That's the thing.
It's not even no. It's not even like
Look.
me. It's like look.
We got a joint account?
No.
Go ahead.
It doesn't even have to be me physically paying it or me physically, like, you know, helping her in a sense. You know, you could guide her through it, guide her through steps. Like, okay, look, hold on, wait, baby. You just spent $30,000 this year. Let's create a budget system. We're gonna have to cut back on this. We're gonna have to cut back on that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You know, so you don't have to spend another $30,000 on top of this $30,000 that we're already.
How long you giving it
At
before you cut it
what,
off?
at what point would you cut that off to the point? Why would you wait till?
What do you
Okay,
mean? I'm gonna give her the same time she used to spend that.
And that's the
I'm
point.
gonna
It's
real.
not gonna reach that
That's
point
real.
personally.
I like that. I like
Personally,
that.
it's not gonna reach that point. But we're
So,
talking.
If it took her 3 years to blow, it should take her 3 years to get it back.
So this is your lady.
Or at least cut it in half.
This is my woman.
Yeah,
This is
no, that's
your
real.
lady.
That's real. That's real.
So now,
I'll take
again,
that.
I'm going based on what we was talking about.
Okay,
this
this
is
is my
your
woman.
lady.
Correct.
She is your lady.
Right.
And she spends 30 racks.
Brother, how long did time?
But-
How much time passed before you figured that out?
Again,
That's
that's
what I'm saying.
based on her telling you.
So
My
she
nigga.
popped it up. Alright, so
No,
she popped it
no,
up
no.
on me out of nowhere. She said she spent 30 racks.
If
Popped it on me out
y'all,
of
if you
nowhere.
guys are at the point where you guys are discussing fucking credit card payments, you guys have been around for a long time.
Again.
So like,
Yes, that's the whole time. So let's say you start dating your girl. I'm gonna say.
so you're not gonna give her time for her to come up with a payment plan, this and some more shit for her to.
Joe say it's a wrap.
And she can't go to the club.
Joe say
So that's a deal breaker. Financial
irresponsibility
is a deal breaker.
Irresponsibility is a deal breaker.
Is a deal breaker? Okay.
Because that's again. And
I can't fault him for that. I can't fault him
for me personally, that's what I said. For me personally, I'm not asking y'all to agree with me. Because again, based on the conversation we just had, y'all not gonna agree with me, and that's cool.
It's not even that. It's
like
I'm trying to be realistic about the situation.
And I'm gonna be realistic too.
Let's say you're in love with the girl.
If you run up 30 racks,
Joe,
are you still spending?
Joe, I know you. Listen, you like a woman. You like a woman. You get to that point after you've liked her, nigga. Everything about her is perfect. You get to that point. She sucks with money. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna give her a plan? Or are you just gonna say fuck her? Get the fuck out.
It's not gonna be like I finally get 30 racks and I'm going. I'm gonna talk to you about it, and if you sit here again,
okay, how much time you gonna give her? How much time you gonna give her?
If we have a conversation, let's say we have a conversation today, right?
Okay.
I give it like 2 months.
What?
So listen, no, listen, hear me out. If in 2 months you did not make now one effing payment against that 30 racks, that's
2 months.
Bro, you got two. You can make at least one payment. Y'all ain't hear me out though. Y'all already off real. Just wait. Hear me out. No. You can laugh all you want. You can say whatever you want to say. If in 2 months you did not make not one payment, you're financially irresponsible.
My nigga, bro.
You have 6 months to pay off a fucking credit card.
Joe.
You have 6 months to make one payment on the credit card.
Okay, you expect your girl. Bro,
what are you saying? What's funny about that? That's real life.
You expect your girl to pay $30,000
No. I said a payment. If you did not make a payment within 2 months, you're gone.
Bro, what?
What are you saying, Vaughn? You have 30 racks in debt.
How much was that payment supposed to be?
It don't matter if you're not.
Okay, look.
Y'all are blowing this shit out of proportion. Y'all blowing it straight out of proportion right now. Y'all laughing once I said 2 months. Again, if you don't make a payment towards that 30 bands, you're irresponsible. That's all.
So there's no minimum.
It don't matter. I don't give. But again, it depends on the credit card company. Again, if they say the minimum is $300, if you're not paying that $300, you're great.
Okay. How much?
If you can't spend $300, no. I'm gonna get it real.
Okay, how much down is you? After 2 months, how much of the debt is supposed to keep close the door, please? After how much debt is supposed to be covered?
I'm not saying how much debt. If you're not, again, my statement was if you did not make a payment towards your debt.
So minimum payment. Minimum payment is $50.
You ran 30 bands. I'm gonna say $300. If you didn't make a $300 deposit towards that debt that you ran up on your own, you're financially irresponsible.
Okay.
Listen. Okay. $300 in 2 months.
Hey, brother, we gotta move on.
I get it. That's funny as fuck, though. Oh my God,
$300 in 2 months.
Joe, oh my God.
It's the way it
nigga,
came out first.
Your wife better be fucking Wonder Woman, dog. I swear to God.
This nigga's wife better be Oprah Winfrey.
Better be Wonder Woman, my nigga. I swear to God, bro. My nigga. Joe, my nigga. Your wife, your wife better be fucking Wonder Woman, my nigga.
My wife ain't gonna be Wonder Woman. Again, I'm asking that's bare minimum. If you have a
bare minimum.
First of all, hold on, time out. If
she wanted to, she would.
Again, y'all blowing it out of proportion. Bare minimum. If you know you got 30 racks of debt and you got 2 months to pay off a bare minimum.
What you're saying doesn't sound crazy.
Bro,
make a minimum payment? Yeah, no. Make minimum payments.
A minimum payment.
It's a
minimum payment in 2 months.
But bro, my nigga.
No, bro, that's irresponsible.
My nigga, bro. No, bro.
Bond. The longer you wait, the higher the minimum payment go up.
Look, listen.
You're not crazy. No, Joe, you're not crazy.
No, wait, he's not crazy.
Y'all too generous,
No,
bro.
he's not crazy, but we gotta be reasonable at the same time.
That's reasonable.
No, hear me out. We gotta be reasonable. We gotta be reasonable.
You got 30K in there.
I get it, because you're going going based on what you're doing during those 2 months. I get it.
Bro,
I get it 1,000%.
But what is she? Okay, if she's not just gonna change overnight, my nigga.
Again,
Nigga, it ain't overnight. It's 60 nights.
Again.
I get it.
2 months.
I get it.
But you gotta think though.
No,
You gotta
bro,
think.
bucket that excuses. No, bullshit. That bullshit excuses. I'm telling you. Hey, that's fucking bro. Bucket excuses, bro. That's excuses, bro. Fine. 2 months and she don't pay the minimum payment? How much time you want to give her? 5?
I'll give us half a year. Half a year that not to make a minimum payment, but
So you giving us 6 months?
No, not to make a minimum payment.
For how much?
All right, so what's
How long? Like I said,
a minimum. Okay.
The minimum.
Okay, a minimum.
And what she do?
A minimum. Right. That makes a big
Hey, you
point.
gotta do something good.
Right.
You gotta 30 racks in
So
there.
30 racks a day. You
gotta do something good.
Yeah.
You gotta have some kind of bread coming in.
She gotta have some. She has flow for sure. She has.
Bro, you're not gonna try me like I'm tripping right now, bro.
I
Y'all
ain't even that, but
bro.
I ain't just how you said it, bro. You, my
2
nigga went from, bro. You went from she better pay off the whole 30.
No, I did not say the whole thing.
Right, that's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded
Look,
like.
that never came out of my mouth. I never said she gotta pay off the whole thing.
How you made it seem? You made it seem like she if she 30,000 in debt, she gonna pay that off in a couple months.
No, I said 2 months.
Rhymes, right?
That was
No,
funny as hell.
I said.
All right.
Bare minimum, bro. Yo, what?
All right, man. We gonna move on to the next question.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, bro. Y'all niggas
Fuck,
generous.
Hey,
Joe, you're hilarious.
No, that was.
You're in a tight ship. Nah, I want to be like you, my nigga. It's like
2 months you can't pay the bill.
Okay. So look, Joe, financial stability is our financial
everything stability. Goddamn.
right. It's a big problem for you. So I got a question for you. You know, and I want y'all to answer this too,
It's
right?
Coach Joe around this bitch, man.
So, if let's say your partner, you know, she was to have a child or whatever, are you expecting a child?
Shit.
That's not yours.
Oh damn. Yeah, Joe. Yeah,
You
Joe
staying
right
or you
there.
walking?
So she currently pregnant?
Currently pregnant.
I'm walking.
Let me word this a little better. Let me word this a little better.
How much money?
Let me word this a little better.
Question.
Your cousin happened to me months. That's crazy. Could you be with someone who's expecting a child?
No.
That isn't mine.
No.
That isn't yours.
Nah, it's mine.
No.
Hold on, let me get the camera for this one.
Y'all.
The camera right there. Actually.
I'm
You can
probably
stand
not-
up.
I'm
You
probably
can stand
not
up and
I'm probably not even
Or look, at this day and age,
I'm probably not even crushing shit.
Right here?
Yeah, the camera right there.
No.
This nigga's stupid.
crazy.
I gotta see
All right,
this.
look.
Bitch,
Look.
Hold
Live
on.
reaction, man. Live reaction. My boy say. I know. Okay, look.
What's up?
Could y'all be with somebody who already has a child?
Yes. Like she already had. Yeah.
Is it okay? So look, is it wrong? Is it wrong for you to, let's say you end up having another child with this woman?
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong for you to love your own child more than you love the one that's not yours?
No.
No.
That's not wrong.
Like.
That's wrong.
I would say-
It can't be noticeable because I was a stepchild before. Like I used to be a stepchild, and like I noticed the difference. You feel me? And don't get me wrong, I have my own pops, but like still, it sucks when like you live with your mom, and the rest of the children there are your stepdad's children, and you see the difference in how you're being treated. So, yeah, I would say try to keep it.
Me
different.
personally, that's again, if I meet a woman, that's gonna be my first kid. It's gonna happen naturally. I'm gonna love that kid more because that's my first kid. Again, she has her own kid, and I'm accepting that kid as my kid.
Right.
But that's my first kid. That's my first child, son, daughter. It don't matter what it is. You feel me? That's my first kid. Naturally, I'm going to give more love to my first child. Is it right? No, but
That's the situation.
That's just.
I'll say.
So,
Go ahead, Reid.
yeah, so it's just like real natural. Like when you have your like first child, like of course you're gonna like be like, yo, I just got my first child.
Yeah, for sure.
That doesn't take away from the fact of how you're gonna treat, your partner's child. Like, you've been treating your partner's child very well, safely assuming like you've been treating them very well and you've been, showing them the correct love that you've been showing them. But it's like when you finally produce your own, it's gonna be like a different type of love. You know what I'm saying? Because now there's some, I guess you can say like capabilities that you have that you don't really have with the, your partner's child, because your partner's child is raised by your partner. Your partner's partner who they had the child with may still be involved and have some say or whatever. There's a lot of complications that go into that. Versus when you have your own, where okay, this is a part of my generation. Because it's like me personally, like when I eventually have a kid, like it's not going to mean something to just me. It's going to mean something to my mother. It's going to mean something to my father. It's going to mean something to my grandmother. It's going to mean something to JR. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's going to affect so much people that I hold near and dear to me that it's going to be like a different type of love. And it's not like on some, oh yeah, I love them more than them and stuff. It's just
on
naturally.
shit,
But you don't. Okay, so you don't think that the first child that you take on that's not by blood, that's not the blood. You don't think that they don't treat the child.
And he don't come from the same love that your child's gonna come
so
from.
So you don't think like, okay, how you just said, like, it's gonna affect other people other than yourself, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that the first child that you take on or that you accept as your own, you don't think that child will affect the other people as well?
Well, if I'm giving you a straight up answer, no, because I can't like decipher that. Like I can accept that child as mine, but
for sure.
If it's not my blood, some
you can't
people
speak for other
like,
people. Yeah.
Well,
they can disown it.
Yeah, like I support you, but but versus I have somebody that's my own, then they're gonna be like, that's blood, like that's the generation, like that's continuing the legacy, like. I can't control how other people feel about it. I can only control my.
Yeah, he getting family nicknames and shit. Yeah, I'm already knowing. Yeah.
Dang. So is it? Let's say for Christmas and everything. Like, are you gonna treat the other child like more like you gonna get them like your child? You gonna get them your blood child? You gonna get them like?
Nah, I'm gonna treat my partner's child with love.
If anything,
you'll treat them like equal.
If anything, they both get a PS8 on some shit
like. I'm going to treat them equal. Like, I'm going to treat them with the appropriate love that they're supposed to get. It's just that two things. One, this is going to be my first child out of my blood. And two, I cannot control how my family treats the stepchild versus my child based on the connection that I have with them.
You can also say something, though.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say you could low key control that in a sense. Like you could like be like, hey, like,
it's like, hey, this is my jit too.
You feel me? Like this is mine. Like so y'all gotta treat it like as if it's my own. If not, I'm not gonna bring neither one around.
Exactly, and then that's the case. Like sometimes you can say that straight up, and some people they gonna rock with it and they don't. Versus then it's like, okay, now that creates another situation. It's like, boom, okay, yo, this is my kid. Like even though I didn't have that on my blood, it's like, yo, this is my kid. I'm gonna treat it as my kid. I give them the appropriate love. Some people might be like, all right, bet, but they're not really feeling it. Right. But then down the line, I get my own shit. Now they're like, oh, let me see it. And I'm gonna be like, you stupid. Like, you ain't treat the first, like, when I try to claim this as my own, you ain't treat it like that. So how am I supposed to trust you with my own blood? You know what I'm saying? So there's situations like that happen in real life, bro. So it's on that perception of I can't control how you feel about it. Like I can tell you whatever I want to tell you. Like this is my child. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating it with the same love. I'm controlling my actions. My child knows the love I have for them. But what you feel about how I'm treating it, I can't control that.
I respect that. I mean, me personally, I feel like you gotta treat them equally, bro. No matter what. Even like with family come around, like we bring your child around, family like the one that's not your blood. You gotta like treat it as if it is your blood.
100%. I agree. 100%,
you gotta you gotta let that be known. You gotta vocalize that. Not of course not in front of the child, but you gotta voice that, bro. You gotta like let the family. If you peep that they treat that child differently from the one that is your blood.
100%. Yeah.
Like hey look, hold on. That's what we not doing. You feel me? You gonna treat both of them the same no matter what. this is my child as well. As much as the other one is like my actual blood, I treat them the same.
And I
you feel
agree
me?
with you
So I expect
100%,
you to treat them the same. Don't treat them no different. Don't do none of that. You feel me?
I agree with you 100%. All I'm saying is, no matter how much, like basically, you can lead a horse to water,
but you can't make it drink.
Yeah,
Facts.
Exactly.
No, facts, bro. Facts. Hey, how long we been in here? What that else?
Like,
That's my Gatorade bottle.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we still good. Okay, look. I got another question for y'all, and I'm gonna walk off. I gotta use the bathroom. I got a bathroom break. Do you think your soulmate could be an ex?
Whoa, you walk up on that? No.
Wait. He said.
Hold on. Let me speak on it. Let me speak on it first.
Do you think a soulmate could be a ex? Wait, do you think a soulmate could be a ex?
Let me speak on that first. Let me talk first.
So,
wait, let me get that first.
you wanna get out of here?
Let's think about the spit out.
Huh?
Fucking cipher. Boy, gonna say fuck no.
Nah. I'm gonna keep it real. It's a possibility. When it comes to soulmates, I'm gonna leave that up to God. You feel me? Like for me personally, I'm gonna leave that up to God. I ran into a lot of good women. I ran into a lot of women that cared about me. And again, I don't know who my soulmate is. I'll find that out when I cross that path. But is it a possibility? I'm gonna say yeah. Is it likely? I'm not gonna say no. But it's a very low likely for me.
So what I'll say is, I feel like, for those out there who believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I do believe that he does give you a window, right? And sometimes that window can pass. So, yes, to answer the question, yes, but there are possibilities of other windows, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if if your soulmate kind of passes you by, like, the Lord will kind of prepare you until you're ready to kind of meet your quote unquote second chance at a soulmate. You know what I'm saying? That's how I, perceive things. But my fault. You can get your seat back, brother. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, anybody else answer?
Tommy and
I'm gonna lay low on
the
this.
young boy lane.
You gonna lay it low?
Okay, y'all lay low on this one.
The
I mean,
young
me
boy
personally,
lane.
I do think it's a possibility. It's a possibility an ex can possibly be a soulmate. But, I'm capping. Let me stop lying. I honestly, I strongly believe the past is the past for a reason. So, like, with certain situations, it's just like, you gotta let it go. You just gotta move forward. Because if you just hinder on the past and you just, like, try to hold on to something that's not worth holding on to, it could possibly, block blessings down the line. And, possibly block out your true soulmate. Like,
So to piggyback off what you're saying, like, just because, there was a potential for a soulmate in the past, that doesn't mean, like, you go back, like, you gotta always move forward, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yes, it's like, okay, that could have been a potential, soulmate that you could have had, but now that was a lesson for you to grow into a better person, for you to recognize your soulmate in the future. So that's what I go into, that window. There's windows for everybody. Like, I feel like the Lord gives everybody a window. Like, this is your window of opportunity, or for anything, whether it be a soulmate, whether it be an opportunity, whether it be job, whatever. Right. There's always a window. Some people pass that window, and there are other windows that will appear in the future for you, but the Lord won't give you that window until he feels like you're ready. So some people, they pass that window and they look back and they're like, dang, I passed my window, and they try to look back through that window, but that's not going to work out because that's already in the past. You got to look forward, and he's going to prepare you for an even bigger window, an even better window. You know what I'm saying?
Do I think there's a possibility? Yeah, 1,000%. But do I think that's likely? No, 1,000%. We're just gonna keep on living life. I haven't lived life long enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a quarter of my life.
Are y'all okay? Are y'all like people who like believe in like the whole love at first sight type of thing?
I believe in connection at first sight. I wouldn't say
I agree
love.
with that one.
I would say that there's times where it's like it's just easier to deal with someone like within the first 5 minutes than it is to deal with another person that you've known for a year. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Easier?
No, well, no. I would say it's kind of easier because you do have some people out here who you just click and you just hit hit with like y'all just have that connection on the first sight, you know, type of thing, and y'all just have that bond.
But like some of that be facade though. Some of that be like, cause like I feel like it's like
some of the mirroring personality.
Yeah, like some of it like be like, okay, like say you have a person, right? You have a person, and you know you're interested in them, but they're not quite like clicking the way you want them to. And here comes a different person, and they're just clicking like on all cylinders. Some people jump at that opportunity, but it's like in reality that's a test, bro. Like that's literally a test. Like not to call anybody this, but that could be a Jezebel.
You saying that's a genjutsu, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like a kind of like a test in the sense like, okay, are you just gonna go for everything that pleases you, or are you actually going to work for something that's worthwhile? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Say something.
I ain't gonna.
He gonna say some food shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to him, man. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know where I seen it, but I dead ass saw a video where it said like you gotta be careful like who you show interest in because they will show you, they would hear you out, they will listen to everything you will want, and they will cater to that instead of being themselves. They would sit there and let's say like you want a girl that I'm gonna go based off of what we talked about, financially responsible. They will show there for financially responsibility.
I want to move past that.
Let that go. Why are we back on this financial responsibility?
No, mirroring personalities.
Just hear me out.
Mirroring what you want, basically.
Put the remote. Keep going.
But they will sit here and do everything you will want. Like let's say you
chat.
For me, like
Turn this video up.
I sit here and be like, oh yeah, like based on this video, let's say someone I was interested in saw this video, they'll be like, oh, Joe feel this, that, and the third about financial responsibility. I'm gonna show him that I'm financial responsibility, but it's hard to put that mask on and uphold that mask than to show your true colors. You feel me? Like that's the hardest thing. So once someone see and learn the things that you will want and like, it's hard for them to uphold that because they gonna try and fake it until they get you.
I mean, for me, bro, eventually, bro, a person is always gonna show their true colors no matter what. Well, why are they dogs at the dog park right now barking? Crazy work.
But also,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, it also depends on how long you deal with them, bro. Because like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I used to just mirror personalities, so I got what I wanted, and then it's like,
no facts.
It is what it
facts.
is.
As bad as that sounds, bro, I was definitely part of that group. You know, who would just do things.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do to get what you want. Want at the end of the day. You feel me?
Play your part, yeah.
Right.
Get your
Is that like manipulative in a sense?
Yeah, it is.
How you
Manipulate.
What about the question?
Yeah.
I will say I have gone through this before, so
Oh, look at you.
you know exactly.
Yeah, right.
That is the only reason why I am a single man. So yeah, that mirroring shit gonna kill a nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
You said marriage?
Mirroring.
Oh, mirroring.
Like he's basically saying like,
Oh yeah, for
never
sure.
know.
Acting like
So basically, what he's saying is like, you'll never know what a person is truly feeling about you because they'll just try and mirror and just appease to you. Like,
yeah.
So that's manipulation, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
That is a form of
It is
manipulation.
a form of manipulation.
That's a form of manipulation.
1,000%, yeah.
Have y'all been guilty of that?
Yeah,
Like yourself?
1,000%.
For sure.
We all have, for sure.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna speak for me.
Like, okay,
Don't.
so all right.
Hey,
So this is all right. So I'm gonna just say this is how I like act on certain things. Look, so okay, so say like
Daniel.
All right, look. All right, so say like, okay, say someone says something to me and I disagree with it, right? I'll kind of be like, I won't even like address it, but I'll just kind of be like, all right, cool, yeah, for sure. Like, is that like?
Yeah, no. Whether it's financially,
that's kind of manipulative, bro.
Whether it's financially, nigga, like, relationship wise, sexually, all that shit.
I do that sometimes because I like just don't feel like dealing with it. Like I don't feel like the energy that I would put to it. I don't feel like it's appropriate. You feel me? So I just be like, yeah.
I'll say anything that's like when you just doing things just to get what you want at the end of the day.
Okay, so what I want is like a piece for myself.
Daniel Reid.
No, because hear me out. No, bro, y'all gotta hear me out. Y'all gotta hear me out. Cause look,
got me hot.
Look, y'all gotta hear me out. Cause look. Cause look,
nigga said Daniel Reid,
bro.
Nah, y'all gonna hear me out,
bro. Cause like if she says something to me, right, and I'm just like, I don't feel like hearing this right now, or like this is something like, you know, she's probably like high in emotion, and I'm just like, I don't even want to go there. I'll probably be like, yeah, like, okay, cool, like whatever, and then like kind of just like blow it off.
So you never been guilty of like a form of manipulation?
Okay, mirroring feelings for the opposite part. Like, someone's showing feelings for you, but you're mirroring those same feelings back just to get what you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
So, but I'm just saying, like,
that's the ultimate.
All I'm saying is, like, in terms of, like, the purpose of sometimes why I do that, I just do that to just get a peace of mind. Like, I'm not even doing that to, like, oh, get what I want. I'm just doing that to, like, if I'm being real, like, I just don't want to hear you right now.
So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me?
So
every time
this nigga Daniel Reid found a way to innocently manipulate people.
To innocently, like what?
Let me interrupt. Nah,
I'm not saying every time. No.
No, it makes sense. Like, where we come from?
I'm not saying every time. No.
Nah, BS.
What are you about to say right now? I just said yes. I just said yes. I'm married before, and. So what do you want to say right now? What do you really want to say?
You agree to marry?
Yes.
Okay, God about to say this boy Reid. This boy Reid, I seen it in 24K. I'm
24.
That bit was clear.
That bit was clear.
Crisp.
That is
crisp. 24. Go ahead, cuz.
All the pings binging right now, boy. I seen Reid marry what a girl wanted in 22. It was 2022. No, Reid. I ain't gonna say no names.
Nah, yeah, but I'm saying
we're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say my juice.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that after. My dog Reid talked about it in 2022, bro. This girl said she wanted a dude that wanted, like, I think she like some. I'm not gonna say artsy, but like something out of the ordinary, like not no usual, like, oh, we gonna go out and get some food type of date. That boy Reid planned a nice, elegant date. That boy done took. Even to this day, hold on, let's really talk about it.
What's up?
Even to this day, though, like, my dog Reid, he. I'm not gonna say manipulate. I'm not gonna use the word manipulate, but he catered to what girls are interested in.
There's a difference, though.
Wait. So no. No. And I was gonna say, and I was gonna ask that.
You supposed to cater to a woman, bro.
No, play your shit, my nigga. You did what she wanted, my nigga.
See again,
saying?
Damn,
you did what she wanted, so you got what you wanted, right?
Look, that's all I'm gonna say. Look, I'm gonna click on this right now. Okay, if we're talking about have I married before? Yes. If you want to go manipulated before? Yes, unfortunately. Sorry. But the main thing, like, sometimes I just want to do it for a peace of mind, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's not even about, oh, I want to get something out of you. It's just like, baby, I just
you said what you wanted.
Yeah, like, baby, I just need a peace of mind. Like, oh, if you want to do that, do that. As long as I get a peace of mind at the end of the day, because, like, I feel like sometimes, like, I'm emotionally invested in something, like, if I'm, like, into a person. So it's like, I don't want to get to that point, so I just be like, because I begin. Like, one thing people don't know, like if I'm like invested in you for real, like I get hot.
Right.
So if you haven't seen me hot, that means like you don't. You feel me?
So what are some like? Let's dig deep. What are some like non-negotiables for you?
Non-negotiables
for everyone. So like y'all think about this.
I know
go down the line. Y'all think about it. Go ahead.
I know mine.
Well, you need some time to think.
Swing that mic.
Yeah, that boy ready.
I got my boy. I had this conversation many times.
He been itching for this one, bro.
Nah, I ain't been itching.
We know yours, bro. Financial stability.
Well, I think I think listen, non-negotiable is gonna be long as fuck, boy.
What? It's on the table.
10 Commandments, goddamn.
Hey, mom, pass the juice, bro, please. I need that.
Hey,
Go ahead, brother.
Pass the juice.
Go ahead.
It's me.
Yeah.
But hey, check me out.
Non-negotiable.
Joe, you need water?
Nah, my water was still right here though. I said that. But for me, I ain't gonna lie, it's not financial stability. I'm not gonna lie. My non-negotiable. I'm gonna keep it real. Like for me, my biggest thing is I got 2 non-negotiables. I'm gonna be honest. My 2 non-negotiables is not dealing with someone you was intimate with in the past. Anything other than platonic. You can't be friends with them, cool with them, none of that. That's we had this conversation before.
Right.
That's 1, and 2 is lying. For me, I'm a very understanding person. You feel me? If we're not together, cool. Just keep it transparent with me. Keep it beat. If we are together, I would expect transparency more than honesty, because I don't want to have to ask you every question for you to be honest with me. You feel me? Like I'd rather keep it transparent. Like if it's transparent, you'll let me know what's up. You feel me? Like out of your own free will, like you'll be like, hey, listen, like this, that, and the third happened, like this, that, and the third. Like transparency and not dealing with nobody you was intimate with. Those my only 2.
So I have 3. Mine is transparency as well. 2, I don't want to feel like a fan. 3, I don't want to feel like I'm competing with nobody. That's it.
Wait. Okay, say the third one again.
Competing with nobody.
Competing with somebody. What do you mean by feeling like a fan?
I feel like I'm chasing you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that.
I had a question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Yeah. So with the whole chasing, quote unquote, there is nothing wrong with a man pursuing a woman.
There's
right?
pursuing and chasing.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with a man pursuing a woman. There's a problem when I pursue you and I get to you and you back up and you be like, oh, you pursuing? All right, let me see if you're going to pursue this far. So you back up. So now I'm like, dang, you done move. It's like moving bases. Like, say you at first base, right? I'm running. I see you at first base. I'm like, bet. Oh, you at first base? Cool.
Hence fan.
Then you go, oh, you running the first base? Let's see if you run the second base. You go to second base. And I'm like, you're like, all right, cool. You're like, cool. You know what?
I have too much pride.
Let's go to second base. If I go to second base and you go to third base to see if I keep running,
grits. Fuck that.
I don't like that.
Don't even say grits.
I don't like that. Because it's like I'm already willing to run the first for you, and I'm already willing if like we get second. Like so, if I go to second and you go to third, bro.
Because there's some shit I'm too. There's some shit I'm too cool for.
What if this is like the woman of your dreams?
I don't give a fuck. There's some shit I'm
Sometimes,
too cool
sometimes,
for.
sometimes, wait,
Bro.
wait, hold on, hear me though, Reid.
There's some shit I'm too cool for.
Hear me though. Look, sometimes you might have to go the extra mile.
Fine.
I already went to second.
Listen though. Wait. Listen. Women of your dreams or women of your dreams or not, you can't not be chasing so far. You can only go so far.
Fair to say.
Let me bank on for
that. I'm too cool for a lot of shit, dog.
But see, sometimes you gotta put your
a lot of shit.
Look, sometimes you gotta put your ego and your pride to a side.
Again.
And sometimes, like, if this is somebody that you really want, I'm not saying to be a sucker, of course. I'm not saying that. Look, I'm not saying to be a sucker, but sometimes look, you gotta work a little harder to you know make it happen. Make it happen. Talk to me. Let's hear it, man.
I'm about to get your ass.
Talk to me. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Hey, bro. It's one thing. about working hard. Working hard ain't nothing. Because, again, you have to step out of your comfort zone for the one that's meant for you. That you're not going to be how you are for the one that's meant for you.
Right.
Point blank, period. And that's through and through. But when it comes to, I'm going to use the word like chasing. You're not supposed to chase what's meant for you. Point blank, period. It's a different thing between stepping out of your comfort zone. But, like, and I'm going to go based off of what you said. It's one thing about pursuing someone. And there's a difference, like you said, there's a difference between pursuing and chasing. If I'm pursuing you,
you can't say something. You gotta say someone. Because when you say something,
someone.
Chasing and working are like synonyms damn near when it comes to certain things. So, like, you know, you can't use that. You know?
When you're chasing something, you're going to put in that work. When you're chasing someone, I'm not going to say chasing. When you're pursuing someone, it shouldn't be that difficult to the point where, like Reed said, he went first base. He already stepped out his comfort zone for you. And when it comes to second base, like, all right, cool. Like, I stepped out my comfort zone for you, but you're still far left field. You feel me? Like, at that point, it's like, okay, let me take a step back. Let me sit here
from the bottom
and analyze what's going on. Like, I already stepped out of my comfort zone for you. I already sit here and like try to. I'm not gonna say cater to you, but I try to cater to.
So y'all find it a problem to go the extra mile for a woman?
Because there's two things that
for somebody that you love.
No.
That you like.
No, I don't find it a problem to go the extra mile. I find a problem when I'm going the extra marathon.
Damn.
Bro, you can go the extra mile. No. You can go the extra mile for somebody.
You see what I'm saying?
Shout out.
What's the question you had, John?
I said I don't find it a problem to go the extra mile. I find it a problem going the extra marathon.
Hey, but life is a marathon, not a sprint.
Ooh.
But you gotta listen here though. You gotta listen here.
Okay. You said life is a marathon, not a sprint. So you saying that woman is your whole life?
Ooh, yes.
I mean,
the whole entire life,
bro.
The thing about life, there's a difference. Hold on, but there's a difference. The difference between going the extra mile for somebody that'll go with you, and then going the extra mile for somebody that's trying to see how far you go.
Ooh. Hey, hold on.
Also.
Tell how old you are.
18.
This is the 18-year-old spitting that.
And then also, the further you go chasing somebody, the more vulnerable you get, and the more worn out you'll get.
That is fact. That is fact.
My nigga 13 talking that shit.
Hold on. He doing that for Ella Marie though.
Ella Marie, I'm about to escort you myself out. You better respect. You better get her name right. No, you better respect her. In this house, her name is Ella May.
Come on,
let's get it clear.
It's your name.
It is Ella May.
Look, he's just showing his age. Bro.
Y'all not gonna disrespect that queen.
Who's y'all?
Y'all not to keep.
Okay, but if we to keep on talking, I got my non-negotiable. Control freaks. I can't do it. Like if everything gotta be exactly your way, it's a one-sided relationship.
Nah, I agree with that. That is a major turn off for me. Like when it's just like your way or the highway. Like sometimes you just gotta compromise.
That's some high school shit.
You feel me? You gotta be reasonable sometimes. Because I think for me, it's accountability.
Just boy the way, boy.
If you can't accept or acknowledge when you're in the wrong, or when you have fault for certain situations, I can only apologize for so much till it just doesn't make sense anymore. You feel me? Because sometimes, like for me, as a man, like just the way I am, even when it comes to friends, when it comes to family, when it comes to anybody, that I truly care about, if I feel like I'm not in the wrong for that situation, I'll still apologize. You feel me? I'll still go out my way and be like, hey, look, man, I'm sorry. No matter what, hey, look, I apologize for this. I do, knowing even if I feel like I'm not in the wrong, I'll still apologize. But it's like I can only do that so much and for so long to where it just doesn't make sense. You feel me? You can't accept accountability. You can't acknowledge like, oh, hey, look, I was wrong in this situation. You feel me? I messed up. I did this, that, and the third. Then it's like, okay, like you once you acknowledge that, it's like, okay, like I get it. You feel me? Like let's talk about it. But if you can't do that, it's like, all right, man, it go through one ear and out the other for me. You feel me?
I feel that.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What you about to
What
say?
you about to say, Joe?
Yeah, the question asked me, right?
You said no.
Yeah.
Bro,
Hey, my boy got a lot. Let's talk about it.
Alright, get on me. What you about to say?
Damn. Come back to me, bro.
Come back to you. So Vaughn, would you say your thing? I wouldn't say your thing is more control freak. I would say your thing is more accountability, correct?
Like a fan.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, mine is accountability for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm on Tony now. We gotta kind of backtrack. Tony said he don't like feeling like a fan. Like, at what point or what degree do you have to pursue someone to where you feel like you're a fan?
Where you feel like you have to hunt for connection with them, if that makes sense.
Hunting? For
No, I understand what you're saying.
Nah,
yeah,
I definitely
when you said that, I had to think about it.
Like you just chasing, like you just over asking questions, like just trying to get to know them, and you just trying to like
only one.
Like it's like you're trying to get to know them, not trying to get to know you.
Is that sassy for men to like want like a girl to reciprocate some of like the energy that they give?
No, because trying to get to know each other. No.
Bro, we get called sassy for some things.
Anything,
I'll be
right?
like,
so I'm just supposed to know everything about you, and you don't know shit.
Cause like you got some women out here.
boom.
You got some
ahead.
women out here who are just like just use sassy as just like I feel like the term sassy is just like a new thing now.
You know what the fucked up part about it is? When we're not sassy, we're unhealed.
We're unhealed.
We hurt.
We're
hurt.
healing, bro.
We don't know how to talk about ourselves. We don't know how to talk about our feelings.
That's so crazy.
So we
That's
can't
so
win.
crazy. Huh?
So we can't win.
It's always been like that though.
It's all
Bro,
Talk
first off,
This is how it is.
talk about it.
I saw a video today that said
Pick a struggle, nigga.
Make sure you like this video, man. Get this video to
Like
10,000.
it's literally pick a struggle. Like it is what it is.
I saw a post today, TikTok or.
Damn, I haven't smelt that shit since I was like fucking
Pop-Tart?
13. Yeah, Pop-Tart.
Are you
warmed up there?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I warmed that up. I ain't gonna front.
I haven't smelled the heat of the Pop-Tart.
I saw a post that said, "Oh,
It be smacking.
as a grown man, you can't not know how to swim." I said, "Damn, what if I never learned?"
That is crazy.
That's burnt out.
That
For
is-
women to say, for anybody to say,
Right.
as a person you don't know how to swim, like that's out. Like that's burnt out. Cause,
What if I never learned?
right?
So here's what I'll say about that before we proceed further.
You know how to swim, Joe?
I definitely made a clip. I definitely made a video. I definitely made some content where I was like, you know, there's two things you had to learn when you was a child. Either riding a bike or learn how to swim. However, I did disclose that I said, well, are you going to learn? Which is implying that you still have the opportunity to learn. I'm not saying
It's never too late.
Yeah, it's never too late. I just want to put that out there.
As
I definitely made a video.
as my brother, you know damn well I don't know how to swim. As my brother.
Is that okay? Is that just like a
nigga thing?
I know how to
you
swim,
feel-
by the way.
You feel me? Is that just like I don't want to make this like a race thing or anything like that. But is that just like a black thing that
I know more. I know more black
hate
adults.
that. I hate that stereotype though. I hate that stereotype because it's just like
But that stereotype
not
be true,
all.
though.
No, it's not true though.
Not true.
This
No,
might be for
okay,
me
we-
though. This might be for me. Every adult I know that's learning how to swim is black.
Yeah. I want
Wait, hold on. Wait. One mic. You said what?
I said every adult I know that's learning how to swim is black.
I feel like that's just your.
That's
That's just the group that,
That's just who I know though.
I feel, yeah, I was about to say I think that's just a group that you associate yourself with, and you know, I don't think that's. And I don't think people that don't know how to swim is just majority black. I feel like that's just the people we know because I'm pretty sure it's people who's
For sure.
of the Caucasian descent.
Sure. Ain't never
Asian
grown
descent,
near
you
water,
feel
none of
me?
that shit.
And they don't know how to swim. I hate that people automatically assume like, oh, you're black or you're African American. Oh, you don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't know how to swim. You know how to swim?
Stereotype, yeah.
Like that's crazy, bro. I hate that we got that stereotype held over us, bro. That's so burnt out, bro. You said what, Joe?
Call me Joe Phelps.
I was gonna say call him Joe
He
Phelps.
like that.
I feel like as a man, as a human, you should know how to at least how to float.
Brother, if you are in Florida in a peninsula,
you
you need to know how to swim. You are surrounded.
Most people go to the beach and the pool down here.
You are surrounded on three sides by a body of water.
Like niggas is out here. Niggas is out here.
Brother, you out here going on yachts, but you don't know how to get in some water?
Right.
Come on, cuz.
Niggas been out here.
I think the funniest thing I seen was someone get on a yacht and they put on a life vest just to be on the boat still.
Ooh,
Oh,
no. Having a life vest on a yacht is insane.
Right.
This ain't Titanic.
Right.
We ain't sinking.
Right.
But man, with that being said, I appreciate every last one of y'all for tuning into this video. Make sure y'all get this video to 10,000 likes.
Learn how to swim.
Shout out to ReidTheRoom podcast coming soon, man. Shout out to JustYourAverageJoePodcast. Shout out to TonyTone. Shout out to my boy JR, man.
Learn how to swim.
Much love,
Junior
peace,
the
and
Samurai.
prosperity. And shout out to my young boy, man. Shout out to my young boy JR, man. He's about to go to one of the biggest campuses in the world. UCF is one of the biggest campuses in the world.
Catch my boy at Knight's Library, man.
But yeah, man, shout out to my young boy, man. He about to go off to college, man. So, that being said, we gone, man.
That one break the top,
Much
man.
love, peace, prosperity. We out this.
You said what?
Hold on, you gotta hit him with the. You gotta hit him with the.
Oh, bro! Close the read. Nah, I ain't closing yet. I ain't gonna lie. We are still live. Cook that boy, man, because we still live.
You gotta close it.
You gotta hit it
I
again.
still ain't close it. I still not closing it.
Hold on, you gotta
I
close
still
it.
didn't close it.
That boy filming.
Look.
It's still going. And there we go.